All the way live. All right, we are officially live on the YouTube and on the Facebook. Let everyone know we are officially live on the YouTube and the Facebook. Hold on, let me go back.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, brother.
Shalom,
Shabbat shalom.
How everybody doing?
All right.
Oh,
Wow.
oh. Shabbat shalom, little cousin.
How you doing?
Man, want to throw this snowball at you?
Must be cold out there. Double cold.
It's that time of year, man.
Uh,
All right, so do we have any questions? Questions? Anybody? Anybody got any questions?
Con, I have a quick question.
Yes, sir.
So in the millennium reign, where it says the Yahushua is going to rule for 1,000 years, what is the exact timetable on that? Is it going to be the same as a day shall be a what is that timetable on that? Is it going to be like 1,000 years, and a day is going to be like 1,000 years, or is it
It's gonna be 1,000 of our years.
1,000 of our human? Okay, that's what I thought it was saying.
Yeah.
But how do we know it's not how the Most High when he said it? But the day should be like I forget how he said it, but he said like a day should be like 1,000.
That's in heaven.
Okay.
Can we get it in the book of Revelation?
Come on.
Chapter 20. Verse 4.
Come.
You said Revelations what?
Chapter 20.
Verse-
Verse 4.
Okay, good.
All right, who got that?
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
Revelations chapter 20, starting at verse 4. And I saw thrones.
You saw more than one.
And they sat upon them.
And they sat upon them. Go ahead.
And judgment was given unto them.
Meaning reward was given unto them. Right? They wasn't getting judged. Right? You saw thrones, people sitting on the throne. Judgment day is talking about them getting reward. And reward was given unto them. Go ahead.
And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus.
So we have a lot of disciples and people that believe in Hamashiach Yahushai that had been beheaded for their belief. Right? Head chopped off. Go ahead.
And for the word of the Most High.
And for the word, the truth that they've been hiding from us. To stand up for the truth, to speak the truth. Go ahead.
And which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years.
Okay, they lived and reigned with Christ for 1,000 years. All right. So his question is why it isn't 1,000 years of heaven, days of heaven, correct?
Come on.
Can we jump back to Revelation chapter 5? verse 9 and 10.
Con. Revelations chapter 5, verse 9. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof.
Now speaking of Christ, right? So they sung a new song. There's a whole lot of singing goes on after there's a victory, right? After the Most High don't take down our enemies, we start to sing. We see that when he drowned them in the Red Sea. They start singing afterwards, right? Yes, sir.
Yeah, is it the Red Sea or Reed Sea?
Red Sea.
Red. So where they come up with this reed?
There is a sea where there's a lot of reeds in it, and they think that's where they cross, but that's incorrect. There's enough the verses tell you where the sea is, and it's not where they said it is. There's no way. It doesn't make any sense that the Most High had to part the sea where you can walk across the Red Sea on foot. It's not deep. And then it said it drowned Pharaoh's army. You can't drown Pharaoh's army in the Red Sea. Or that make any sense. They can stand up in the sea. Can't drown no one standing up in no water, can you? Water got to cover them to drown.
Not unless he pushed them over and they drown.
Even there, you have to stifle them. You know what I'm saying? Push them under. Talking about drowning the whole army now. Drowning the whole army. Yeah, horses and all that don't make no sense. They're lying. You know what I'm saying? We went over yesterday. There was also a song sung when they killed Sisera, right? Deborah and Barak sung the song. And there's all kind of song being sung after there's some kind of taking down of our enemies and stuff like that Israel was sing, right? So it says that they sung a new song because of the victory that they got through Christ, right? So thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals, right? Go ahead.
For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to God by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation.
So that's what he did. This phrase out of every kindred is clearly speaking of the Israelites, because we are scattered in all of these different places. It says out of, right? Out of. That's what it's the Greek word ek. Out of ek is a circle. Start in the middle of the circle, you draw a line outside the circle. That's ek. Out of. You're outside of the circle. You're out of something. You're not in the circle anymore. Right?
Like a cube.
That's the visual of the Greek word ek. A circle in the middle, draw a line outside the circle. That's ek. Out of, or outside of. Right? So I mean they outside, they're coming out of these kindreds. Meaning these nations. You redeemed us out of these nations. We were scattered in. Right? And it says out of kindred, out of tongues, languages, right? Out of peoples, right? And then it says nations, right? It keep it reiterating so you get it clearer. You know, it's on the same kindred. I'm not too clear. Tongue, not too clear. People, okay. Nations, now you're getting it. So it fits one people.
Israel.
Right? So Christ said clear when Christ died, he obviously redeemed one nation of people. This would be a complete lie if he died for everybody. Wouldn't it? This would be wrong. Because he died to redeem everybody. But he doesn't say that here.
And they don't operate on the fruit of the spirit of
All right, go ahead.
Verse 10. And hast made us unto our God kings and priests.
So we see the our God, which is possessive again. It's not their God, it's our God. Made us unto our God, kings and priests. That's why you saw when you read earlier, we talked about they saw thrones, right? And they sat on them. This is the kings right here, right? The kingdom of priests.
So it's more than just Yahweh sitting on the throne. Yeah.
Huh?
It's more than just Yahweh.
More than just Yahweh Shai.
Okay.
That's us. This I came in to show you that they talked about the elders, 24 elders are saying, we He redeemed us to God,
Con,
right?
con,
To our God as kings and priests, meaning a kingdom of priests.
con. So, the 12 tribes, one out of every tribe, and with the apostles.
Well, the one that Most High gave to Christ,
Mhm,
right?
mhm,
And whoever the Most High set up
mhm.
the order in Christ's kingdom, right? If the Most High set up the order in Christ's kingdom, right? And maybe two apostles came and they say, "Let us sit in your right hand and your left hand," right? And he said, "You don't know what you're talking about." He said, it ain't for me to give that position,
Right.
but to for my Father
Con,
put that position in.
mhm.
So the Most High gonna set up who put the Son of Christ's right hand and left hand, and all the orders going down. He's gonna put it together.
Didn't the lady ask from that too? Like, can my
Their
son
mother.
sit on the
Their mother of those two Zebedee children, their mother. I'm just showing you the mom's is on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mom's is
she-
on it.
She was trying to be slick, right?
I think she's trying to be smart,
Mhm.
be wise. Trying to get her sons in a position,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Ultimate position.
Mhm.
Right? She wants the best for her sons.
Mhm.
Con. Yeah, that of course.
Says, "Hey, has made us unto our God kings and priests." Go ahead.
And we shall reign on the earth.
And we shall reign. Now, this is the part why this is how you know that it's 1,000 our years, because we're reading where?
On earth.
On earth.
Con.
So if it's on earth, then it's 1,000 of our years.
Okay.
And if it was in heaven, then it'd be a different time frame. The time runs up there differently.
Con.
One of their days is 1,000 years to us.
To us. Con. Okay.
So because Christ and the others with him is reigning here on earth, it's 1,000 of our years. Right?
Con.
Any other questions?
Hey, Salaki, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Now, what you just said kind of makes sense. Because I never really thought about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just always was like, yeah, man, the day to God is like a day to Yahweh is like 1,000 years to us. Because, you know what I'm saying? Time is different in the heavens, but that's what they used to teach us in school, too. They used to tell us, like, you age slower and stuff like that because there's no, like, time doesn't exist out there or something like that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So when you just said that, that kind of made sense. That just brought up the little childhood memory of, and it's like you can go up to space for 10 years and you can come home and everybody will look older than you.
Oh, wow.
So
So,
it's like a blink of an eye from when they seen how our lifestyle was.
Well, to them, it's only going on a week up there for them. While we going on 6,000 years, going to this the 6,000 years going like this on a week for them. You know what I'm saying? To them, it's only been 5 days or something. That's going on 6,000 years.
Oh yeah, because they rest on Saturday too.
Of course, they keep Shabbat too. Sabbath is kept in heaven too as well.
Oh, okay. On earth as it is.
Yeah, Sabbath isn't an earthly thing.
Mm.
This is also heavenly. These are heavenly things as well. Yeah, imagine it's only been 5.5, going on 6 days for them up there. It ain't been that long. You look at this history, you're like, man, it's a lot happened. To them, like, yeah. For us, it's only been 5 days or so.
Con. It's Godspeed, huh?
It just show you just how longer you get to enjoy a day, right? It ain't 24 hours.
Wow.
So for the ones in hell being tormented,
Wow.
you think their time is different too?
Yeah, yep,
From heaven?
yep. If their time is anything like heaven, they gonna catch it. They really gonna catch it.
Mm.
It's gonna be a long time for them in there. If you tell them 6 days, it's 6,000 years. It's a long time to be in fire.
Con.
Flames, constant flame now. It ain't letting up.
Right.
Real.
No breaks.
No breaks. Right, no sleeping, none of that. No cooling off period.
No Shabbat in the hell.
No, none of that. None of that. That fire ain't Shabbat. 24/7. Yeah, you got to show evil people what it is. Again, they underestimate the Most High. The Bible said, God is not mocked. You want to play that? You want to play that game with the Most High? You about to find out. About to find out the cost of disobeying. You want to do that? We found out the cost of disobeying.
Come.
Did we not?
Come.
Slavery we went through. We saw what it is to disobey.
Still going through it.
Great contract.
Come.
Listen, and he likes us. So I'm trying to say, if he likes us and we went through what we went through, think
Wow.
about them
Wow.
when their turn comes. And he don't like them. That's why I said, man, I'll feel sorry for them when their turn comes, bro. That's all what we went through.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what we went through was crazy.
Come.
And still going through certain things, but just imagine their turn when their turn comes, bro.
Yeah, it's not gonna be nice.
It is not. It is not. All right. Any other questions? All right, I want to come here. Can we get Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 19? Because I mean, this is to come here to clear this up. We need to come and clear this up. Because I thought this was talking about Israel, but we need to get this correct. We need to get this before we go in. Let's start off with a correction. We need to clear this up. We need to get this thing straightened out. I was reading it again. I was like, man, this thing's not saying that. We need to get this cleared up real quick. So Jeremiah chapter 51, and we're gonna start at verse 19. And we're gonna read out of verse 24. All right, who got that?
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 51, starting at verse 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance, for the Lord of hosts is his name.
Right, so starting off with Israel here. Right? Go ahead.
Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee I will break in pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms.
See, that sounds like it's talking about Israel. Does it not?
When they say with thee,
Yeah.
come.
Thou art my battle axe and my weapons of war. Right.
Mm-hmm.
With thee will I break in pieces the nations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with thee will I destroy kingdoms. Right? When has that ever happened with Israel? When has Israel ever broke in pieces nations and destroyed kingdoms?
We'll
Talking about Israel now. No individual person. It says, right? We're talking about Israel,
Okay.
right? Because that's what I thought with verse 19,
Okay.
right?
Con.
Israel is the rod of my inheritance, right?
Ooh,
Go ahead.
wasn't that what Saul was supposed to do? King Saul?
Was to do what?
He was supposed to break in pieces the nations of Esau, right? I mean,
No, he told to attack one family of Esau,
okay.
Amalekites.
Con, okay. Con, okay. So that's not a whole nation.
That would be one nation, if anything,
Okay.
right? This says here nation,
Nations
and it says kingdom,
kingdoms. Okay. Mhm.
right?
Con. So that's never happened.
Not with Israel, it has not,
Con.
right?
Con. And we've been broken like that.
Huh?
We've been broken like that.
Yeah, but we one nation.
Con.
Whoever this is, it said, I'm gonna break in pieces nations with an S,
Mhm.
and with thee I will destroy kingdoms
Mhm.
with an S, right?
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. And with thee I will break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee I will break in pieces the chariot and his rider.
All right, so we're clear. It's obviously talking about a time when you have chariots and riders. We have that today.
Nah.
Man ain't going to war with chariots and riders no more today. Man. No. So this how we're gonna be a time frame back when they had these different things. So back in those times when they have the different things, I don't call it history where Israel did nothing like that. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 22. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman.
Break in pieces. Okay, when have Israel ever broke in pieces, man and women? Go ahead.
And with thee I will break in pieces old and young. And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid.
Right. So we went last week when we went over, Israel was doing what last week? Israel being disobedient.
Oh, wait.
I mean, they wouldn't destroy and they wouldn't kill all the nations out. I mean, they were saving them, right? This don't sound like that.
Amalekites.
They were saving the people. They weren't killing all of them out, right? Go ahead.
23. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock. And with thee I will break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen.
So the husbandman is that's a farmer. You know what a shepherd is in his flock, right? Go ahead.
And with thee I will break in pieces captains and rulers.
Right. So again, I'm trying to remember when did that happen with Israel? When did Israel ever done something like that? Back in the time when they had chariots, right? All right, go ahead.
Verse 24. And I will render unto Babylon and all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil, and they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord.
Right. Okay. So he's going to he will render unto Babylon. Right. But it's one thing that this is America. This is not America. Doesn't make. We need book chapter verse that this Babylon is America. It says that all the inhabitants of Chaldea. We know where Chaldea is. We know who the Chaldeans is. This is in Iraq area. This is where they originate from, right? Chaldeans, they were like witches, you know what I'm saying? That's who the Chaldeans were. Right? These were the men, these were the wise men of Babylon. These are the men that kind of got Babylon up. You know what I'm saying?
Sorcery.
But sorcery. Yeah. It says, and all the evil that they have done in Zion, right? What did Babylon do in Zion? They burnt the temple, right? Destroyed, send the people in captivity. What they did, right? It says, in your sight. He says he gonna do it where?
In your sight.
So if he's doing it in their sight, are they doing it? They watching it being done. Right?
Done to them.
Yeah, Israel is watching it being done. So Israel ain't the one doing this. Israel is watching this being done. Right? So clearly they ain't the one breaking in pieces and all of that. So who's doing this? Who's the one breaking in pieces, nations, and all of that then if it ain't Israel?
This nation's doing it to us for being disobedient.
Oh, we are watching this. We watching this being done to Babylon. Verse 24, and I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all the evil that they have done where? In Zion. Right? In your sight. You're going to see it. So I mean, wherever it's taking place, Israelites got to be there to see it happen. Right? So if it's going to be done to Babylon, then Israelites got to be where?
In Babylon.
They got to be in Babylon. Who took down Babylon?
The
Most High.
We know the Most High, but who literally took Babylon down here?
Switch the language. Babylon falling.
Cyrus took down Babylon. Cyrus took down Babylon, remember, and he sent the Israelites home to build the temple. It is Cyrus that did this. It was Cyrus that break in pieces and all that stuff. This is speaking about Cyrus. Cyrus did all this. He took down Babylon in the sight of the Israelites. They saw this man coming and took him down. Remember, when he saw that, then he sent the Israelites home. He wasn't there for them.
Con.
Took down Babylon and sent the Israelites home to rebuild the temple. So this is accurately talking about Cyrus.
Cyrus, okay.
He's going to use Cyrus to break in pieces, like he said, all these.
Okay.
And Cyrus did all this because he took all these other kingdoms down.
Con.
And to establish your kingdom, you got to break in pieces all of that.
Con.
Kill a lot of people, and he did all of this stuff. He did this. Remember, because the nation they were being rebellious.
Con.
So accurately, when it talks about my valid acts of war, we can go back up to verse 20. Or my valid acts and my weapons of war, with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdom. This is speaking accurately of Cyrus. This is not speaking of Israel, right? You gotta get the correction there.
Okay.
When we read down in context, we understand this is speaking of Cyrus. Right? I know Israelites go here and they talk about this as Israel. Again, we got to figure when did Israel do this, or when is Israel going to do this?
But because
So we go ahead.
it had to be done at a time with chariots and horses and all of
That
that.
stuff was there.
Con.
We know about Israel going back to the wilderness
Con.
and purging out the rebels,
Con.
right?
Con.
Where do they fight who? They go back to the wilderness. They ain't going to fight nobody. That wouldn't fit them. So want to get that cleared up going forward. All right. Do we have any questions before we go any further? Any questions going further?
And Cyrus wasn't an Israelite, right?
No.
Con. Okay.
Most I can use other Gentiles, other nations, whatever,
Con.
do whatever he wants to do. All right, no questions? All right, let's go into our lessons then. Can we get 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15? 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 14 and 15. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 14 and 15.
Yeah, I got this one.
Let's get let me get verse 13 and 14. Yeah, get verse 13. Wait, you know what? Let me jump up. Let's jump up, because now it's gonna make more sense. Start at verse 9.
Okay, so we're looking at 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9.
Yes, sir.
And it reads, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array.
We talked about this earlier when you brothers came on, about how you gotta cover yourself up, right? We talked about how we say animals are actually naked, right? Because they have their private spot all out. You know what I'm saying? They naked. And originally Adam and Eve were also the same way as well. Right? Because remember when he ate the fruit, said they knew they were naked, and they went and covered themselves with the fig leaves and stuff. And God said, "Who told you were naked?" So there was so you got to cover it. So clothing is covering up your shame. Is what clothing is for. Clothing is covering up your shame. So this is going back into, because women get out of order. So they said, listen, women, y'all gotta adorn yourself in what? Modest apparel. You got to cover up yourself. Cover yourself. Dress modestly. Don't have stuff revealing and hanging out. You're supposed to dress modest.
That means completely covered, right?
Yeah.
Con.
Right. Modest apparel. Right.
Con.
I gotta. Well, I mean, this is like I play devil's advocate again, just letting you know. Okay, so you were
No,
saying,
wait, before you go any further,
okay.
you don't play devil's advocate. Don't do that.
No. I'm not. But I mean, that's what you said I do sometimes. That's why I was using your phrase. I wouldn't say that. But I'm just saying 'cause you said I do that sometimes. Bro. That's why I said that.
Wait, I said what?
That's what you said I do sometimes. So that I was just quoting you when I
No,
said.
no. I said you got questions. Don't do that.
Okay. I got a question. All right. So when you say that, you know that you know Adam and Eve, they covered up their shame, right? Wouldn't like nudists say, I ain't got no shame, that's why I don't have to cover it up? If it comes like that type of like, you know, logic when it comes to that.
If who said what?
Like, you know, like the nudists, like the nudist people that go like they're like there's a cult people there they're call themselves nudists, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, but I'm just saying like when we said that, you know, in with Adam and Eve's time, like they covered up their shame, right? So if they have that understanding, they say like, well, I'm not gonna cover up my shame because I'm not shameful with my body.
No, but wait a minute. So they're not ashamed of their bodies. What you saying?
Yes. Right. That's their mindset. That's why they walk around nude all the time. That's like what they believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Now, is nudity a shame? Comes the question.
That is the question. I would say yeah. I mean that is the question. Yes.
Right. Nudity is a shame. So does your shame needs to be covered? Let's start there.
I mean, I would say yes. I definitely would say yes. I would definitely say yes. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like it looked like, but their mindset is thinking that this is not shameful. That's why I'm showing it.
Right. I'm saying that. So my next one would have been like, let's say I said, well, okay, well, I'm not ashamed.
Okay.
You understand? I understand you're not ashamed, but
right. Oh yeah,
your nudity is a shame.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Your nudity is a shame. Not a shame, but it is but it is a shame.
Right. It is.
Listen, you have people, right?
Mm-hmm.
That do a bunch of disgusting things, and they say, I'm not ashamed of doing these things. Mm-hmm. Right? Even murder. People that say murder, I'm not ashamed of murder somebody, right? Mm-hmm. Does that mean it's okay? Because you ain't ashamed of doing it?
No. No, I would totally agree. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Listen, it's a shame to do the whole homosexual act. Is it not?
Right. I definitely agree with that. Definitely.
But sure. They're not.
Yes.
They end up doing it.
Right.
Okay. Does that make it right? Because they're not ashamed of it? No.
Okay.
So it goes back. Who determines?
Okay.
What's a shame and what needs to be done with the shame?
That's a fair point right there. That's the point right there. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because a human beings love to try to flip things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know what God said, but I disagree.
Right.
God says it's a shame, but I don't think it's a shame. Now what? Yes, sir.
I believe I know why. Because that actual nudity has a consciousness also. Nudity, and if you decide to reject the consciousness of nudity being a shame.
See, the problem with the nudists is that if they didn't know they were naked, it'd have been okay.
Come.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get that. Okay. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know I'm naked, so that's why I don't have no clothes on. But you know you're naked and you choosing to still not put no clothes on, there go the issue.
Okay. That makes sense. That definitely that makes sense right there. Yeah.
Right. Because remember, Adam and Eve said they were naked, but they didn't know they were naked.
Right.
God said, "Who told you were naked?"
Kind of like an infant baby. Like an infant baby wouldn't know that.
Like the babies, when they first born.
Yes.
But
right.
Covering up so much. Like, man, put your little clothes on, put your pajamas on.
They pull them down or whatever. They have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I got you.
So a lot of that's rebellious with strip clubs and all that little. They know what they. So the answer.
Listen, if you don't know what it is, you don't have a certain reaction to it,
Okay, right.
right? I guess that's why I brought animals up. Animals are wandering around here naked. They don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So animals ain't reacting to the nudity of other animals.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what they're doing. They're acting off of instincts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
There's not an answer to the question though.
What you mean?
When he said, "Who told you you were naked?" There's no answer to that. There's a question being asked.
No one told them they were naked.
Serpent.
Yeah. No one told them, but when they but the knowledge that they gained from that fruit,
They were conscious.
That's part of the lesson today I'm going to go in
Okay. They realize
on that question that was asked. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
Because it's either one or two things. It's either someone told them they were naked,
right.
they ate from the tree, and then on their own realized they were naked.
Right.
So that's why he asked them, "Who told you you were naked?"
Mm-hmm.
The only way you find out you were naked, first of all, I got to be, did someone tell you?
Right.
The next thing was, did you eat of the tree that I told you not to? These are the two ways that you found out that you were naked.
Right. I mean, yeah, definitely.
So it was a rhetorical question for him.
Somebody told him. And that's why.
No, he's covering the two bases.
Both of them.
Right.
And listen, there's a reason why he's asking the first question.
Because Hashatan.
Yes.
The reason why he's asking the first one, because it's possible that someone could have told him.
Yep.
Otherwise, he wouldn't even ask that. It would be irrelevant to even ask.
Right. So he eliminates that one. He has to go back to the second one.
Yes.
Yes.
But he asked them both.
Right.
He asked them both, and then let's start here. He already knew. Let's stop.
Yeah. Right.
He already knew. He did know.
It's a rhetorical question.
No, but there's a reason why. Even though he knew, he's asking these questions.
Right.
And that's what I'm gonna kind of go into a little bit in the lesson.
He's making conscious too of what they did.
Listen, we know that when these angelic forces or God speaks and says certain things, he ain't saying it for no reason. There is a reason why he's saying it. You might not know why he's saying it. Because you say to yourself, well, why would he say that when he already know what it is? Well, then why did he say it then? Is he wasting his breath, wasting his words? Is that what he's doing? The question becomes then, why is he asking the question? And we need to dive into that. All right. So let's go back to Timothy a little bit. In like manner, also the women into doing themselves in Mother Superior, right? And this is where I give Geno Jennings a whole lot of you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And he on point with this one.
Yeah.
He don't play that in this church. You women got to come in here with Mother Superior.
Oh yeah. They're covered up in there.
They're covered.
They got to be covered up when he come in his place. He don't play that.
Right.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
And the women sit on one side and the men sit on the other side.
And Gino, I'm not.
No. I think I don't know if they necessarily do that.
No, they don't do that. I don't think they don't do. No. They together.
I don't think they do that. But the women are covered up for sure. They are covered up.
They all covered. Yeah, come. Who was reading?
I was.
Go ahead, brother.
We're in verse 10. So it reads, but
Wait, did you think, you finished all the way doors now? Okay, so Manus Apparel and shamefacedness.
Right.
That you still see that when you look at these old Chinese movies where the Chinese woman would not look the man in the face. That's how it's supposed to be. Women wasn't going to look a man in their face. It was considered to be disrespectful if she did that. She was disciplined immediately. Because it was looked at it, you think we equal.
That's what happened to the sister now.
What sister?
The black woman.
Yes.
She'll look you in the face and and not just any woman now.
It's disrespectful when they do that to you. They do that to you, they do it to you, right?
Sizing you up.
Sizing you up, but at the same time looking down at you when they're doing it.
You ain't nothing to her.
Right. That's what they're doing that.
That's why the prostitutes didn't even look at the
the man in their face. I mean,
Right, because she
Put
knows
their head down.
she's in a lower position in space, and they don't like doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's saying here with shamefacedness. See, this is lacking with these women claiming about how I'm married to Christ. Well, you ain't married to no Christ. We're just shamefacedness, right? and sobriety. They need to get their then they get their sobriety together, which they don't. Yeah. Let me get that word right quick. 1 second here. Past it. Sobriety is sound judgment of mind. A lot of women don't have that.
No, they don't. They really don't.
They don't have a sound judgment of mind. Their judgment is always nonsense, something from the world.
Yes.
Yeah, shamefacedness.
Yeah.
Again, listen, they're gonna have to either operate this way when Christ comes. They're gonna have to. Christ not gonna allow no women to operate this way in his kingdom. Paul is laying down to you how it's supposed to be. He said, listen, I'm telling you how it's supposed to be. This is how it's going to be in this man's kingdom. Right? So sobriety, and also sobriety is also self-control. Control yourself. Women today are out of control. Am I right or wrong? I never like one of them, but a lot of them is out of control. You gotta have sound judgment and self-control. Right? Not with boarded here, all this elaborates because they do it only because they want attention. Putting gold in it, pearls, and costly and rare. That's all to gain attention to yourself. And the problem with that is that you gain the wrong attention when you have those things on. Right? The woman with her head tied up, looking like you some African clothes. The men want to talk to her. Cover it up. She looked like she's on some kind of enlightenment stuff. You know what I'm saying? Journey. So they're like, nah, we ain't trying to do an intellectual thing with her. I go talk to her. I'm going to hear all this knowledge. They don't want to hear all that. You know what I'm saying? They want a woman that's naked because she ain't going to talk like that. Yes, sir.
They also think I don't want to throw her off. Let her do it right. That's good. Keep doing it right.
Not knowing that's the one you want to talk to.
Con.
The one with the braided hair and the gold, and that's the one you don't want to talk to. Even though she looked like the one you want to. She looked flashy, you know. That's the allure. That's what it gets you. And you go in and you find out what I never should have went there. Right? It's a whole bunch. I wish I never met you. Or you ain't nothing. You know, a whole bunch of other stuff. Because you let the wrong thing attract you. You should be attracted to how she operated, carry herself, right, in the spirit of the Most High Christ. That's what should have been attracted to. Not the external thing. Right? All right, go ahead, brother.
We're in 1 Timothy 2, verse 10. It reads, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works.
Okay, so there's a whole bunch of that. They doing all that because women professing godliness with good works. We know what the good works got to be. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Let the women learn in silence with all subjection.
We're gonna dive into this too as well. Why is he saying this? We're gonna find out why is he saying this. See, they read this and they think that Paul is saying this because it's some kind of, what's the word that they use? Call it again. When they say you're trying to talk bad about women, that's gonna come back to me.
Or
misogyny.
Okay.
That's the word. They think it's misogyny, right?
Okay.
You're trying to limit women and put them down, right? Like the woman can't do certain things that man can't do.
And look, I mean, they have a new word for it. I don't know if you know about this. It's called mansplaining.
Oh, what again?
Mansplaining.
Mansplaining?
Explain.
Mansplaining, like like explaining, like mansplaining, like a man has to explain this to me, like because I can't understand myself. They have a term for that called mansplaining.
Is that a real word?
That's the word that they use.
I'm saying, so they made it up. They made it up recently.
No, I heard
Am I right, Ador?
on Congress floor talking to a senator. She said, "I love the way you're mansplaining things."
Yes.
Okay, so
They made up the word.
what are you doing? Woman-splaining? What are you doing there?
But they were like,
I'm just saying, I am mansplaining, but what you doing? is what? Woman-splaining.
She tied tongue and couldn't say nothing else for the rest of the interview.
But this will actually be like, the red definition of like mansplaining. What they try to say, like because they try to say I can't understand it for myself, so I gotta learn from you. That actually probably would be like really what mansplaining means.
Well, it is true. You do gotta learn from me so I can explain to you. Because why? Because you don't know. You're gonna say, no, I do know. Really? We're gonna see if you do know. We're gonna see if you do know. We know for a fact that you don't know because the first woman learned from the first man.
Right.
Right or wrong?
That's right.
Yeah, but they don't subscribe to that either. So
listen, is there a woman that I've not learned from a man? Let's start there.
Have not learned from a man? In today's world, unfortunately, like the man's not in the house. So like I don't know if they actually would do that today. You know what I mean? Especially if their father's not around.
Izar.
They have a coven called witches that teach each other, and they don't want no man.
Where do you learn that from?
They haven't learned it from us, but
Probably the wizards.
or Hashatan.
Trying to say, they learn that from a man. They don't want to admit it. They learn that from a man.
Because all the information comes from man. Animal from more.
They don't want to admit it.
Wow.
Listen, it wasn't women going conquering countries, was it?
No.
Who conquered the country?
Men.
Okay, when you conquer the country, then you learn from the. So it wasn't. So they brought the information back to their people, right? And talk to women. They want to admit it. You learned that from a man. Stop it. Yes, sir.
And you just said the Babylonians were the witches, and that's where they got this.
Chaldeans, yeah.
The Chaldeans.
Who are men.
This is the information that was brought back. Wow.
Before there was witches, there were warlocks.
Right. Wow. Wow.
They learned that from. They see all men doing it, and they start doing it. They on their own start saying them start doing it. No.
And most stuff they try to see and do, and then they want to do it and act as though they're better doing it at the moment while they're doing it.
Yes.
I don't need a man for mine no more. I know how to do it now.
Listen, if they did anything, they were doing something that a man taught them, and then they rebelled. So you originate rebellion, which we're about to read it. That is true.
That's good.
Anything you originated is rebellion. We're about to read it, so he said, and we're gonna go back and prove it. We're gonna show it in the text. All right, so let the woman learn in silence with not some subjection. Again, we're gonna explain. Listen, this is not misogyny. I have to explain to the sisters why he's saying this, because you read it and you think it's misogyny. They're trying to come at you. Paul is trying to help you, and I'm gonna show you why he's trying to help you. But you don't see it. I didn't see it. I had to go back and look at it again. He's trying to help you. All right, go ahead, brother.
Read First Timothy chapter 2, verse 12. It reads, "But I suffer not a woman to teach."
So he's not suffer. He's not going to allow a woman to teach. I suffer. Paul says, "I suffer not a woman to teach." Right, and here this is what he's trying to say. Paul is putting his spin on things because he says, "I suffer not a woman to teach." And the problem that they keep having is that Paul is not saying anything that he was not taught by Christ.
Mhm.
Christ taught him these things.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Nor to usurp authority over the man.
So usurp authority meaning to seize authority over the man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
But to be in silence.
But to be in silence.
Hey, Salaki, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna let you know when I come back.
Yes, sir. All right. Again, we're not. This is not misogyny trying down a woman. We're gonna get into this reason why. We're gonna go back to the origin. Why Paul has come to this point again, and he was taught all this by Christ himself. Christ would know. Right? If what y'all saying is true, Christ would have Paul say all this stuff. He's like, well, what you doing? Hold up, bro.
Mhm.
Hold up, that's all. That's wrong.
Mhm.
Like Paul would have someone to check him when he's saying something that's wrong.
Mhm.
Right? But listen, if Paul can check Peter when he's wrong,
Mhm.
is Paul above correction?
La,
He ain't above correction.
James could check him.
Peter can check him.
Come on,
Who
they
can
all
check
check
him?
each other.
Who can check him? Listen.
One thing I would notice is women not really to be like in subject like authority over the man or to be teachers or rulers, even though they would want to be, but when they mess up, like I'm a woman, what you thought anyway? You knew this would happen. They go to that page, like, no, I got this, I know how to do this. They want to hold the fort, but when they do slip, well, I'm a woman, what you thought anyway, what you thought would happen. They will hop on that page.
Right. But it can't.
Because
We
it's
can't
kind
have
of
that.
double. It's a double-edged sword, right?
We can't have them hopping on that page.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Accountability.
You have to take accountability. You can't talk about it. No excuses,
Mhm.
right? You know, even a man when a man fails, the man can't say, "What you thought was going to happen?" I'm a man. I would have happened. The man can't say that. Can he say that? No, he got to say, "No, I was wrong." He got to suck it up and take responsibility. So she can't do that neither. If she would have she messed up, she got to admit that she got to take responsibility for her mistake that she made, right? You back, brother?
Yeah, Con.
All right, go ahead, brother.
We read verse 7, chapter 2, verse 13. It reads, "For Adam was first formed, then Eve."
So we see clear here. Adam was first formed, then Eve. Right? We getting the order. We're getting our order down. Right?
Mhm.
Again, this is to help the sisters. Again, I'm gonna show you why he's saying what he's saying. You can understand why he's saying what he's about being silent.
Oh, I mean, you start sounding low for some reason.
Yeah. Go. What about now?
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Again, you have to go through this stuff to kind of show sisters and stuff because they think when you read this thing, oh man, you're just trying to suppress women. No, we're not. We're not. It isn't us that suppressed you. We're gonna find out who did. Again, it wasn't men that suppressed you. We're gonna find out who suppressed you. It probably isn't really with us.
Uh-oh. That's good.
For Adam was first formed and then Eve. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 14. And Adam was not deceived.
And Adam was what?
Not deceived.
He said, wait a minute. How can he say that? He said, listen, he was not deceived. He wasn't the one that was deceived.
So Adam wasn't deceived. So what would you say Adam was? He wasn't deceived.
Adam wasn't. We're gonna read it. We're gonna watch it. Adam wasn't deceived. We're gonna read it. We're gonna read it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But the woman being deceived was the transgression.
So who was actually deceived? The woman was deceived.
Eve was beguiled.
You was deceived.
Wow.
It wasn't the man who was deceived. You were.
The weaker vessel.
The woman was deceived. You got deceived.
She even said it herself. I was beguiled.
You was deceived. We can clear it up. Hopefully, he's trying to get closer to why he's saying you need to be teaching. You were deceived. Right? Now from there, let's read it. Let's get it so we can stop.
Okay.
We're gonna go first to another book, which is again we got four videos I did that prove Jasher is scripture. For those that say Jasher is not scriptures, they just go to my channel. I did 4 videos. Each video is about 5-6 hours, maybe 7. So you have like at least 5 times 4, right? 5 times 4 is how much? 20 hours of information that Jasher is scripture. We're gonna hit on some. We're gonna hit on something a little bit more today too as well. So before you say Jasher in scriptures, first go through those minimum of 20 hours, but probably more than that. A proof that Jasher is scripture. Now we're gonna go to Jasher right now, right? We're gonna come back through our Bible, but we're gonna go to Jasher. Jasher is gonna confirm what the Bible is saying. I just want to be clear before you say it isn't. It's gonna say it. Let's go to Jasher chapter 1. From the book of Jasher, chapter 1. And we're going to get verse 9 through 11. I have it here on the screen so everybody can see. Right? Jasher chapter 1, verse 9 through 11, what we're going to read. Now, of course, we're gonna go to Genesis before people trying to say we're not reading the Bible. We started off in the Bible anyway. So I don't know.
No, I was gonna say there's a lot of people think that book is off and don't even read it.
Yeah.
And
Clearly, they obviously have not read it from cover to cover. I
Mhm.
don't know what they're talking
just
about.
heard what somebody was saying, was telling them.
That's it.
Disaster, you know.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Servant Smith. Can you hear us, brother?
Yes, sir. Shabbat shalom, brothers. How y'all feeling?
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom, brother. We brother. We doing
Blessings,
good.
brother. Yes, sir. All is good.
Yeah. Hey, all praise to the Most High, man. We so far over here. We had some smoke, but we not really in the fires or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How far y'all from? Are y'all in that same county?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Oh, wow.
that's on the other side.
Yeah, but our county's huge. Los Angeles County's pretty big. It's pretty massive though.
So is it mainly like the rich houses, or like is it our
No,
people, or
it's
what?
rich houses. Mhm.
Huh?
Rich houses.
I'm right on the freeway.
Man, wow.
They ain't putting nothing out. They just telling you,
Yeah.
just said, man.
Is it like total destruction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Over there it is, yes.
Ashes all over the car. And
Yeah.
Like,
Look,
Wow.
And look, I was sharing with the brothers yesterday. They're like in the Palisades area. It's like blocks and blocks, like of destructions, like of houses and businesses, whatever. But there's one house that looked like the Most High might have saved, but it wasn't even touched. In the middle of all that, it reminded me of the Exodus, man. It was crazy. I'm like, dude, Most High must have saved that house for some whatever reason, man.
It's a miracle. What's up?
Definitely.
but the rest of the place,
Wow.
like somebody dropped a bomb on the place.
he said he was the one praying, wasn't he?
Yeah. Must be.
If I find it, if I find service, man, I'm gonna send you the clip so you can see it.
The dude say he was praying. That house got saved.
I know the person that owned the house. We didn't see it, whatever. It was just reporters like just surveying the area, and it was like, this is one home that wasn't even touched.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you when I find
Yeah,
it.
you gotta send that to me. That's wild.
Yeah.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, sir.
I got a clip too where the guy is on a roof watering. He said, I prayed for all the houses on this block, and mine was the only one saved. And he on the roof with a water hose.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Man, that's crazy, bro.
That's a very damning statement. Looks like the others in the community didn't pray.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
They probably couldn't believe, but when that tragedy came, they didn't think, let me turn to God.
Mm-hmm.
They probably would have turned to the insurance company or some other or whatever. And he said, let me turn to God first. Start there. This one person, he did. Yes, sir.
And he was Israel too.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Oh, wow. Hey, do you believe, not trying to get y'all, but do you believe that's judgment or something? Or you just, because stuff just happens, you got natural disasters. Or do you believe like that, like most I target that specific area?
Oh yeah, man. Them people up there doing all bunch of stuff over there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, first of all, let's start here. They're not innocent. Let's just start there.
Gotcha,
Let's just start there. And like they up there being righteous. You know what I'm saying? Keep a law, statutes, and commandments up there in Palisades. No. No, they're not up there doing that.
Houses in the hills.
Yeah. No, they're not doing that. Again, if this one guy saying where you don't hear when the news said I was praying, you don't hear none of that. This one guy said he was praying, and we all in the house saying
That's crazy.
The only one.
Wow, bro.
the only one.
One guy, bro. That's crazy.
One
Bro.
guy. It's a very damning statement, you know what I'm saying?
It is, bro.
And these people really don't believe.
So play.
Yeah. All right, we in Jasher chapter 1, verse 9. Who got that?
I think it.
Jasher chapter 1, verse 9. So what we dealing with, we're trying to go back to the origins of why a woman can't teach, and why, well, I'm gonna give you my take on it, why animals can't talk. Or they stop talking, right? And also why the Most High asked that question to Adam, who told you were naked? All right, go ahead.
So we're in Jasher chapter 1, starting at verse 9. And the serpent which God had created with them in the earth.
Stop. So now this is another proof text again that this is actually a snake. Because it says which God created with them, who? Adam and Eve, where? In the earth. Right? This is not, if this was Satan wasn't created in the earth, was it?
Wow.
No. So this is not Satan. This is a literal snake. He was created, is that right? In the earth with Adam and Eve. Right? Go ahead.
Came to them to incite them to transgress the command of the Most High, which he had commanded them.
So he came to entice both of them. Bam. To transgress God's commandment here. He came to entice both of them. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And the serpent enticed and persuaded the woman.
What? Stop. How come he didn't entice and persuade the man? He enticed and persuaded the woman. That's why Paul is saying, the woman, he says, Adam was not deceived, but the woman being in the transgression was deceived. Right here, Joshua is saying the serpent enticed and persuaded who? The woman. First, he came to did both of them, but who did he actually entice? The woman.
The weaker vessel. Weak link.
Right? Go ahead.
To eat from the tree of knowledge, and the woman hearkened to the voice of the serpent.
The woman what?
Hearkened to the voice of the serpent.
Listen to the voice of the serpent. Go ahead.
And she transgressed the word of the Most High, and took from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and she ate.
Go ahead.
And she took from it and gave also to her husband, and he ate.
Right. So we saw, so this is the process of how it actually happened. That's why Paul is saying Adam was not deceived, but the woman was deceived. Right? And we're going to see clearly in the text, this is what it actually says. Right, so we got that. And again, we're going to come back to this. But again, right here is the reason. Right here is the reason why what? Why God closed the mouths of the animals. Because if this snake can entice the woman to transgress God's commandment, what can the other animals do that can talk? Let's close all their mouths. This don't happen. Does that make sense?
Wow.
This snake is the cause of why the other animals' mouths were closed. Right.
That is deep, I would have closed his mouth.
Close all their mouths.
Wow.
We see this judgment also extend out as way with the people. Because of what Eve did, women, most of them, not all of them, have birth pains.
Right.
Right away.
Carrying child.
childbearing.
It fell up on the rest of it. Yes, sir.
Like parents can only repeat what you say, or probably a crowley time clip.
Come.
Repeat.
Yeah, but they can't do what this serpent did, right? And what Adam did, he said, death passed on all man. So I'm showing you the reason why the animals stopped talking because of what the serpent did, right? That makes sense. I just want to be clear. That does make sense, right? Can we get verse 11 before we leave here? Verse 11.
Verse 11. And Adam and his wife transgressed the commandment of the Most High, which he commanded them, and God knew it. And his anger was kindled against them, and he cursed them.
Right. We got the God knew it, and both of them was cursed. All right. I want to come back to the Bible again. We get some more confirmation, right? 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. All right, who got that?
I got it.
Go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter
11.
7,
11.
11.
Yeah.
Oh, I was on the wrong page. My bad.
No problem.
1 second. Hold on. Give me a second.
We'll wait for you, brother. No problem. Take your time. We'll wait for you. You can't find it, Tony?
Did you say 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Does he have it?
I do. Sorry, my pages are still kind of stuck together.
You got Tony still off. You know, you can't find it.
No, that's Austin.
Chapter 11. Austin, you got it?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Sorry.
You want me to take this one and you take the next one?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Yabana.
Okay. 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I fear, least by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupt from simplicity that is in Christ.
All right, so again, we see here Paul again letting us know that it was the woman that the serpent beguiled, tricked, right? Again, it does not mention Adam. Serpent didn't trick Adam, tricked the woman. Let's be clear what actually happened, right? And we're gonna find out the process there, what happened next after that. So again, we see here again, he's saying it twice. It was the woman that was tricked. Right? And again, this goes back to the reason why Paul is saying that a woman can't teach. Why? Because she can succumb, easily succumb by this animal, this creature. If an animal can do that to her, another man can do the same thing to her or an angelic being. So listen, you know what? You don't teach. Again, this is God. We want to be clear. Man didn't do this. God did this. So the problem you have with that is your problem is with the Most High God, right? We just getting started. God did it, but we're gonna understand a little bit more why he did it. Can we get the book of Genesis now? Genesis chapter 3, starting at verse 17.
All right, I actually got this one.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 17. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Genesis chapter 3, verse 17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, in sorrows shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life.
Now, the woman wasn't beguiled and deceived by the serpent, right? And she ate, right? Did she stop there?
No.
No. What did she do after that?
She gave it to Adam.
She went to go. She went to go and deceive her husband.
Yes.
She'd be like, you know what? I'm wrong. Let me leave it right here. No. She took it further. Like, let me implicate my husband in my transgression.
Mm-hmm. See, this is why
I said you not to be teaching, because what you're going to be doing, you're going to be implicating other people in your transgression. Should you say, you know what? I'm off. Let me correct myself. No, you said no. Let me implicate another person into it. Let me bring down another person to my transgression. Let me hurt another person. So God said, you know what? You can't teach.
Okay, I got a question. So what would this be called? That because you said that I mean, would this be called being deceived by his wife? Because that means that's hearkening unto his wife's voice. So what would that actually mean?
Yeah, he was deceived by he listened to his wife.
That's what I was meaning. Like, was Adam deceived? So like that's what I'm saying. Adam was deceived by his own wife.
Yeah, not by the serpent.
But not by the serpent though. You see?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that.
I got you.
That's why Paul is saying. Paul said that when he said Adam wasn't deceived, he's talking about by the serpent.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Wasn't deceived by the serpent.
He was convinced by his wife.
By his right. His wife deceived him, not the serpent. Right? Remember, the serpent came to deceive both of them, but he couldn't deceive Adam, but he deceived the woman. When he deceived her, what she did was then she went in and then deceived her husband. But again, we don't have what she said to him. That's the part. It might come out later. Again, I'm still reading because you never know, right? That's why I wanted to trying to find out what did she say to him to get him to eat. Yes, sir.
She probably, well, I'm thinking that she could see his nakedness at that time because she already ate her food. So she's probably telling.
You mean he can see her because he's still not in transgression yet.
She
He's still got his life clothing on where she lost hers.
Okay. She probably telling him, look, I ain't dead. Look.
Is it because he felt sympathy for her?
And I mean,
because he saw her like, ooh, God gonna get you. You tripping. So why did he again? We got to that gray area. We got to get that gray area mapped out. What she said and why he did it. Yes, sir.
She manipulated him to Satan.
Could be. Well, I mean,
hey, could it be that Adam always wanted to do it, but he just never done it? So Eve gave him an excuse to do it. No.
If he did, he did it when the serpent came to both of them to entice both of them, and he didn't do it then. He only did it once his wife, whatever. We don't know what she said to him. He said something to her. It is not recorded what she said, but she said something to him. Or maybe
either way, would we say it is safe to say? Because I always looked at this like he, at this point, he's showing more loyalty to his wife than the father.
I can agree with that. I can agree.
And that had to hurt. That had to hurt the Most High man.
I can agree with that. But what did she say to him though? For him to side with her over the Most High? Yes, sir.
I'm your wife. Oh, wow.
Is that enough?
yo, you know they do that. I'm your wife. You gonna leave me like this? Yo.
Wow.
Yo.
Wow.
Yo. That'll get you every time, son. Yo, ain't gonna get me every time, but it'll get a lot of brothers.
Sorry for her.
But I'm your wife.
Wait a minute. How? Wait a minute. Let's pause on that right there.
That was good,
How
bro.
was,
That was
how
good.
was she his wife?
Huh?
The Most High took her from him.
A helpmate. It was a
But I
helpmate.
mean, for a wife, they got to have some kind of consummation, right?
They never
There
constantly.
ain't there's no consummation there.
True. Okay.
I mean, I think it's a wife as far as like the covenant. Do you think they were in covenant?
Nah.
Say again?
Do you think they were in covenant?
It doesn't say. I can't say yes or no on that question. The only thing I can say is this though. Because Adam said, "This is not bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh." That might be some kind of connection there to that aspect.
But he called a woman, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what he's trying to say that she's a woman, whoa, man. That's what Adam should have said when he saw her with that. What happened?
Wow.
He
that's
should have
deep.
said, "Whoa, man!" Like, whoa.
Yeah.
No, with the woman.
Yeah.
Yo.
Wow.
Whoa.
Doesn't woe mean like trouble?
That's good. Whoa.
Doesn't woe mean trouble?
Yeah. Trouble to a man. It is like, isn't that what it is? He was a trouble
Because
to,
she
she was a trouble to him.
trouble.
Yeah, maybe she named something else. You know what I'm saying? Not whoa, man. Whoa. Maybe she didn't use whoa. Maybe she didn't use another word. But he
Yeah.
said whoa.
Whoa.
He said whoa, and he turned out to be right.
Wow.
But again, this is not. Again, this is not all women. I want to be clear. This is not all women. There are women out here who's on point. I want to be clear. It's not all women. Women understand. You know what? Oh, no. Right, but I'm going back to the source. Right. So she told Adam something and got him to disobey God. Is what she did. So, and the Most High here is pointing it out. Because you hearken unto your wife and have eaten of the tree, right? So we say this is what happened. Again, just going back to this is why I'm saying why a woman can't teach. Because she don't stay in her transgression. She's pulling in someone else in it, which is bad. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad thing. We don't want no domino effect. Hopefully it'll stop with you. Right? And I think after what Adam did, I think Adam worked hard to get everybody back on point.
Repair.
He tried to come back he tried to get people back on point. You know what I'm saying? After what he did. Tony.
So that means like they don't hold the share of their own responsibility when they make a mistake.
Yes, they hold it. Because listen, that's why he also said for her to be solid. Because if she didn't say nothing after that point, then he'll stay with her. Don't teach, and I need to be solid. Because if you're solid, you can't entice nobody. Yes, sir.
She probably taught him something right there. She probably taught him something that she knew from eating the fruit and taught it to him.
Or something she heard from that serpent that he don't know nothing about. It's the Tony.
Is that the same or similar to how certain men would look at, they would say a person's snitching are kind of like telling, like you got caught up, even if we was in it together, you got caught up, now you telling them. I got away, now you telling. It'll be looked at as like he ain't just holding.
Who's telling?
No, I'm saying like a man going to do something and two men and they get caught and now he would tell on them. Like that's why they don't like the telling part. Kind of like.
What are you telling the part? I understand.
Like he didn't hold his own weight or hold his own water.
Talking about the woman.
No, like a man, how he would look at it like.
Oh yeah, no,
correct.
Caught
up, you gonna tell on me.
Right.
Oh, he don't want
right.
Got the car and started and drove us there and he got away. So now I'm to tell on the whole operation.
Yeah. Yeah. Now some men won't tell, but some other ones will. They some of them can't hold water. They would say something. But some of them will do everything. They won't say nothing. Right. But again, I'm going back to the original text. This is why I believe that Paul is saying that a woman can't teach. And then Paul go further and say the law says this too as well. You know what I'm saying?
But she can teach the offspring.
Huh?
She can teach the offspring.
Yeah, she can teach but she can teach the offspring what the husband is teaching her. right? She's not teaching the offspring what the serpent taught her. So you got to be some type of supervision going on in what she's teaching, and that's why Paul says, if she's gonna learn something, let her learn from who?
The husband.
So she learned from her husband. So what she's teaching is what her husband taught her.
Wow. Right.
Not what nobody outside, what none of that is. What her husband taught her is what she teaches, right? All right. So there's and then okay. So from there, so we got that clear. Why she? Let's jump up to verse 11. Genesis chapter 3. Let's jump up to verse 11.
Okay. Everybody there? All right. Genesis chapter 3, verse 11. And he said, who told thee that thou wast naked?
Yeah, who told you, first of all, who told you were naked? Now, who can tell them that they're naked?
Animals?
Adam and Eve right now. So he crashed. The question we asked, who told you were naked at this time in the garden? Who can tell them that they're naked?
It could be a spirit for like Hasatan, somebody like that could tell them that.
Could be an angelic being.
Yes.
Tell them that they're naked. Who?
The serpent.
The serpent. The serpent could have told them that they're naked. But remember, the serpent was wise. It says
Wise.
most wise than any of the animals that he has made. Right.
Come.
So now, the serpent is saying to himself, right? This is how I speculate to get it together. The serpent is saying, I'm naked. Right? They're naked. But here's the situation is, they don't know they're naked, but yet he gave them dominion over me, and we're both naked. I'm smarter than them because I know something that what?
They don't.
They don't know. But yet, in their ignorance, they're still above me. Let's change that.
Oh.
Let's change that. Let's get them to rebel to get them down. I think the serpent didn't like the position they were in their ignorance. And he went to change it. Wow. And I believe he had assistance by Hasatan.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Did you know that the serpent is also called the ether? He's also known as the ether, like almost like a spirit that there's like a place out in supposedly in the cosmos that they call it ether, like that's an energy source. So I'm thinking like he's looking at at Adam and Eve as spirit beings, and he's kind of want to see himself as a spirit being also. So he's probably jealous of their light, the light that they have.
No, I think he didn't like that position that they was in, and they're ignorant of not having clothes on.
Oh.
I mean, because he deemed himself smarter than them.
Wise, come.
So if I'm smarter, why am I underneath?
Because he was subtle.
Hey, but he's subtle with wisdom. But he didn't like his position. Yes, sir. Again, I want to be clear. I'm speculating. I want to be clear. I'm speculating.
He could be right because
right. I could be right. I'm speculating, but this is what makes sense. Right?
He didn't like. Oh, how can humans be over me? And I'm a, I should be.
Well, if you go by from where we at, you go back to the history. Who's also being worshipped like Satan?
The snake.
The snake is. He was worshipped, and he's gotten it through working with Hasatan. Hasatan makes sure he's getting worshipped right along with him.
That's why you always see these symbols like the snake wrapped around the staff, the hospital, and all that. They letting you know that we
And
under
the
this
snake
authority.
on the crown of their heads in
Mhm.
Egypt and different places. Tony.
Oh, the dragons are supposed to eat the ether. That's when they normally show the picture.
That's the same thing.
But do you think, off assumption, the mankind out of the garden had clothes on? Because the snake probably seen through them. If he looked out of the garden, like they got on clothes and y'all ain't here naked.
Yeah, I would say so. I would, because the one outside would having sex. They're having children. He told them to be fruitful and multiply. So I would say yes.
So that snake was probably in the garden and outside the garden.
Of course.
That's how
He came into the garden.
So he had outside wisdom and brought it into the wow.
Yeah.
So
they knew about Adam because remember, Adam named everything.
Con. Wow.
He named that animal too.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did the transition come from serpent to snake?
Well, the word serpent has a broad different animal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Snake is just one of the
One of the serpents.
One of the serpent, right?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
He used to have arms and legs, and that's kind of look like a dragon.
He used to have legs.
Come.
He used to have legs, right?
Still look like a dragon.
Yeah. So again, he says, "Who told you were naked?" All right, go ahead, brother. You was reading verse 11.
Yeah. Okay. And he said, "Who told thee that thou wast naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree, whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldn't not eat?"
Right. So clearly, either someone told him, and they transgressed the commandment to eat of this tree. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And the man said, "The woman who thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat."
Right. So now Adam isn't saying what she told him. Because God said, "You hearken to the voice of your wife." She told him something. He's saying right here, "She gave me to eat and I ate." No, she said something to you too as well. He ain't saying what she said to him. She said something to him. Some words or whatever she did. She did something to him. He just pointing out where she gave me to eat and I ate. Right? So it looks like, he not trying to say what she said. She might have said something towards God that wasn't right. Like the serpent did. Has God said this? Right? She probably said, "Listen, God isn't all that." Yeah, he said it, but so what? I'm speculating that he not trying to say what she said. We know she said something to him because God said that he did. Listen to her voice.
He can't say that to the father.
He ain't trying to say what she said. It could have been she said something off. That's what it sounded like to me. She said something off about God. He ain't supposed to be saying. Right?
Do you think it could have been clarifying? The Most High gonna put me to death if
But I have a question.
Yes, sir.
What makes you say that she said something?
Because the verse we read in verse
17.
17.
Verse 17. Let me see that again. Verse 17.
Verse 17.
Oh, okay. That's what you're saying. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Right? You hearken to the voice of your wife. So she said something to him. He ain't trying to say what she said. And it could be because he was. We're going to continue. Who was reading?
I was.
Go ahead.
Verse 13. And the Lord God said unto the woman, "What is this that thou hast done?" And the woman said, "The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat."
The serpent beguiled me, tricked me, and I did eat. Right? In other words, The serpent lied to her. He told her some lying words. You're not gonna die. That's not true. But he beguiled her, and she listened. Why was part of she listened? She listened because the tree looked real good, like something to eat. Right?
Later like go.
Looked like something to eat, right? This another reason why Paul started. That's what we start off in Timothy, where Paul says that a woman what?
Learning son.
No, she started off by saying, let her dress in modest apparel, right? What he's trying to do is keep down the flashiness. The flashiness of the tree was part of what enticed her, right? That's with it. So Paul, like, listen, you women, cut down on the flashiness that y'all doing. Cut out the gold and all that, pearls and all that. Cut the flashy stuff down, right? You know, the tree look good to eat and all that. You listen to them. Yeah. So the sight of her eyes was what the serpent was using on her to get her to transgress. Don't it look nice to eat? It do look nice to eat. Yeah, you should eat it. Listen, that wife looks so good that you should eat it. Then why not? Looks good to eat, you should eat it. You ain't gonna die. What you talking about? Something look that good, how's it gonna kill you? How something look that good gonna kill you? That's all they're gonna help you. Look how beautiful it looks. It's glistening and glowing and all that. Would you go over there and take some, huh? Look at it. You should keep looking and then boom.
You think he ate from it too? Like, look,
Oh no, he didn't do that. He too smart for that. The thing was to get them to do it, not him.
But would he have lost anything if he would have ate from it?
If he'd have what?
If he would have ate from it, would he have lost anything?
He probably have lost his life, maybe.
Probably right there on the spot.
But I'm saying he's smart, he's wise, he know not to do it.
Wow.
He get you to do it.
Because you're not.
Right.
Because you need the best, because see, you have positive and negative. So Adam was positive, Eve was negative. So who you gonna go to first? One that's negative, but not thinking for themselves. Easily manipulate them, so that's what he did.
She probably called that thinking for herself.
But listen, women are a little bit more receptive to stuff like that.
Yep.
Where a man is kind of like, no, they're a little bit more open to hear different things.
Routine and duty.
I mean, because if I had a mad back, it was a woman, she ain't gonna resist getting in that mad back, whatever that.
It depends on the woman, but I'm saying as far as hearing information, women are more open to hearing information.
Hey,
Alternate information that man is. A man, once he lock into something, he like, no, I ain't trying to hear all that. I ain't trying to hear all that.
So the usual, if they figure out it more to be a lie, they might could cry more. You lied to me. A man like, man, you should have knew better. How you fall for that? We a little bit more harsh on them.
Yeah. So go ahead. Who was reading?
Austin.
Did he leave?
Where was he at?
No, sorry, it's somebody at the door. I got it. Verse 14. And the Lord God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life.
Right. So now he was above all of the animals. Right. He was more subtle. He said he was more subtle than any of the beasts that God has created. Right. So he was at the top of the animal. He's brought all the way down to the bottom. You are cursed above all beasts, right? You're cursed above every beast of the field. And only that, you're gonna crawl on your belly. You're gonna lose your legs. crawl in your belly.
Mm.
That's all this walking around that you're doing. I don't make you to walk, you know, crawl in your belly, but now since you did all this, go in your belly, and now you're gonna eat dust.
So he also envied men too. If he felt he was top of the food chain, and then he had all this wisdom, and Adam to name him and have more dominion over him, he envied man too.
Yeah.
Just Satan envied man.
I guess we're
Coming
well, again
from
we're
dirt.
speculating, but this is what seemed to make sense here, right? Again, because Adam named him, so obviously if he named him, he's above. So he's cursed here, and again, this is where again the Most High also again you see when you see right here at the end of that, you see those two colons right there.
Mm-hmm.
After life,
Come.
that life is because they're redacting things. There's other stuff that's there, and they took it out. I said, right. That's it. They don't stop there. Does it stop there with two colons?
Mm.
No, it doesn't stop there.
It was more punishment.
There's other stuff there that was said that they taken out.
Mm.
And it could have said right there, God also shut the mouths of all the animals.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Or he said, because of that, God closed the mouth of all the animals, right? They took all of that out. That would be consistent with what we see with the animals. Couldn't talk.
Hey, you know, you know what? Sometimes, man, I promise you, bro. It's like when I'm looking at certain dogs or even certain birds, man. Bro, it's almost like it's like they're trying to talk to me. And sometimes I don't know if people think I'm crazy when I say this, but it's like in my mind we want to talk to them, and sometimes I do. Be straight up with you. You know what I mean? I'll be like, maybe they speak bike, but it's like I can just feel it sometimes. I don't know if anyone had that same experience, but sometimes when I look like, say I'm looking at a certain bird or something, I'm in the park, it's chilling, man, it's on my, the bird might look at me a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, telling you, man, it's weird, but especially dogs, man. I think dogs, well, we know they understand us, you train them, but I think it's something deeper, bro. Because they know when you get for to have seizures and heart attacks and stuff. So you know they real sensitive.
Yeah.
Right. Izar?
Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah, hey. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I know part of what they say when they see you.
What they say? What's that? What they say?
Feed me.
Yo, y'all ever see them stories that be on YouTube? A couple of them, like where whales have come up or dolphins have come up to people and they would go take them to their baby that's like strangled, like tangled up or something like that.
Yeah.
In a fishing net, yeah.
Yeah, bro, come on. They know.
And a deer, I seen a deer. She was putting her angler on the car, but not aggressively, and it made the dude follow her back to her cab that was stuck in the mud.
I've seen that. Yeah. Come on, man. That's intelligence, man.
It's definitely there. It's definitely there. So I got close their mouth because this situation here with the serpent could repeat itself. Right? Another animal can do something, say something in there. So let's just close all of their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Just do that there. Right? But then what we have, with that said, what we have is certain exceptions. And the exception is only made when that particular animal or person, right, is at the highest level of loyalty and consistency.
Yes, that's good.
Right? Can we get it first? Let me show you the numbers. This donkey got over this donkey's mouth, but the donkey
yo, that's
is as loyal as ever. The donkey's on point.
Wow.
Not out of order. He way in order. Wow. So God
on order
has to open his mouth.
Come on.
So you see the exception here happen.
Certain animals got better memories than us.
That shows me that if animals get on point, God can open back their mouth. Because they're gonna get on point and get loyal back to the Most High what they're supposed to be doing.
Yo,
Yeah.
what about Noah? You think Noah had some type of special connection with these animals that they wouldn't go crazy while they was on the ark?
I can't say for sure. I can't say for sure, but when you say what you were saying just now about you feel like the animals are talking to you, I can see that playing out in the ark
Mm,
Con.
with Noah.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? They might have want to talk to Noah,
mhm.
but couldn't talk to Noah.
Con.
And here's why I'm saying that. Because we know what Noah brought into the ark was the babies.
Mhm,
He didn't bring the parents.
mhm.
He brought
Huh.
the babies in there. And then babies might have been like, wait, where's my parents?
Mhm. Mhm.
Why are my parents here?
Mhm.
But couldn't articulate it to him.
Yeah, cause they missing their parents' nurture and
Yes.
mother's milk or whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they had to
He
feed
might have talked to them and they might have been like, they hear what he's saying,
Mhm.
but they couldn't respond.
Mhm.
The dog say something back in the dog or whatever the animal language is, but that's how they're trying to respond. But
Speaking of the ark, Noah's Ark, what's that dude named Billy Carson
Oh,
said
yeah.
he went to Egypt, and you said it was flood and pyramids had flood damage and everything.
yes.
He said he found whale bones around, like in the desert, around the pyramids and stuff like that from the flood. That sea life was swimming around. So that must have been a lot of that water must have been high
Definitely.
to reach.
Yeah. It was everywhere. The entire earth got flooded.
Mhm.
They know this stuff. They just don't want to admit it. Can we get Numbers chapter 22?
And not as a silly still yet, but I think your boy need to go in and just hang him up though. That white boy ate him alive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's it.
But he
Yeah, but
got
then
off.
but then he went off. After he did that, then
The
he
white
went
boy
off.
went off
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I don't think he was ever on. He just know how to kill that dude.
You come.
Gone. I mean, he was not that hard to kill anyway. It's something he's saying.
Right.
A lot of people knew that stuff was off. What he was saying.
Right.
Talking about the Sinai Bible. You mean you Sinai? What's the Sinai Bible?
Codex
You mean
Sinaiticus.
Codex Sinaiticus? What you talking about?
What's sad to me, brother, is that how so many people will follow somebody just blindly like that, man. That's how they be in these churches, though, I guess. Just following somebody blindly. Literally following somebody that's got super ignorant, bro.
Hey, isn't that what we dealing with right now?
Con.
How does Adam listen to his wife and how does she listen to the serpent so blindly when they know that something's wrong?
Wow.
No, it's wrong, bro.
Wow.
But you know how the scripture say, where you put this at though? When the scripture says, I think it's in 1 Timothy 4:1, it says seducing spirits. Think how strong that seducing spirit had to be in that garden to seduce Eve.
Yeah, but see that's seducing spirits. That was a seducing serpent. You know what I'm saying? That's a seducing serpent. But the thing is this is what they're saying and how they're saying it. See, to you know what's wrong. You're like, man, how do people listening to these people? It's more than just listening. It's what they're saying and how they're saying it, right? What they do is we know that they add a whole bunch of lies to truth. It ain't 100% lies. There's some truth in there. There's some truth in there, right? So the truth that's in there is the hook that grabs you, right? And also what it does to you, you let your guard down because you hear truth. And then he hit the lie on you, right? That as your guard drop, boom, comes the lie. And you miss it.
Could it be? Oh man, this is why we talking about this, but it's a good thing. And that Genesis story, when that word servant, that word serpent is what Nakasha or something like that. But doesn't it mean to hiss? And when you go deep into the root word of that, I did as a wild bite. I think it means to cast a spell. When you look at the root word, of that word serpent, it says to hiss, but when you look it up deeper, it actually means to cast a spell.
I agree. Yeah.
So could it be that when he was talking to her, that he actually got like almost like brought her on such a seduction that she was under a spell, then she didn't know what she was doing? Or even though she knows she shouldn't been dealing with it anyways, but you understand what I'm saying? Could that be that she was under some type of like, you know how these women bat their eyes at you or whatever, and you just keep looking at them? Not one of us, but you know what I mean? You just, I believe a woman could do that to you right now today if you off your game. Put you in a trance or something. Do you think that's possible?
Definitely. But again, it's only possible if you have that kind of a inclination towards such things.
I agree.
And casting a spell also has to do with you dealing with demonic forces. If that serpent was doing that, that's why I'm saying he had assistance. He had assistance by Hasatan.
I agree.
Ooh.
Boy. Man, that's deep, boy.
For our sisters, again, we not trying to. I'm saying why Paul is saying that you guys not supposed to teach, because you're more susceptible to these things. You know what I'm saying? Not saying a man isn't completely, but you guys are more susceptible to these things, and that's the order of how the Most High set everything up too as well. So again, your problem isn't with us men. Your problem is with. Well, first of all, you need to go talk to your sister Eve. She started this.
Do you think if you see a woman teacher, do you think they could be casting a spell and not even know it?
Yes. I didn't really think when women be teaching these men and they're hearkening to it that there is some kind of demonic spell going on too as well. Right? Because when we read Revelations, he called Jezebel, I think he said she was did he call her a sorcerer or something like that? I think he calls her a sorcerer as well. If I remember correctly, if he calls her a sorcerer. I would go back and read it again just to be sure, but I think that's what he's also calling her. Yeah. Because for them to be able to get a man like that, there was also some kind of sorcery going on. For that to even happen, and putting a spell on the man. Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Ariah.
Shabbat Shalom, Ma.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Ma.
Yeah, we're in Genesis chapter 1. No, we're in Numbers now. I'm sorry. We're in Numbers chapter 28. Numbers chapter 22, verse 28. And we're just dealing with why animals stop talking, why the Most High close their mouths. We're dealing with that, and why women not supposed to be teaching. That's what we're dealing with today. All right, who got Numbers chapter 22, verse 28?
Numbers chapter 22, reading verse 28. And the Lord opened the mouth of the ass, and she said unto Balaam, what have I done unto thee, that thou hast smitten me these 3 times?
Yeah. So he opened the mouth of the ass, the donkey, right? So he didn't give him the ability to speak. He just opened his mouth, so that means the mouth was just closed. To reiterate that again, go ahead.
29. And Balaam said unto the ass, because thou hast mocked me, I would there wear a sword in my hand, for now would I kill thee.
So immediately, the first time he would have went on, he'd have put him to death. Boom. Right? No trying to figure out why or none of that. Just let's just put him to death.
No 3 strikes.
Yeah, no 3 strikes, none of that. Go ahead.
Verse 30. And the ass said unto Balaam, am not I thy ass, upon which thou hast ridden ever since I was thy into this world?
He said, to this day, since you got me, you've written on me all up to this day. Go ahead.
Was I ever want to do so unto thee, and have said nay?
And he.
And he said, nay.
He said, no. He said, was I ever want to do this unto thee since the day? So he said, he's been loyal and consistent to Balaam. All up to this day right here. He said, no, you've done it before. You've been on point. You've been on point all this time. You've been consistent. And again, this is the element, I think, is why God opened this donkey's mouth. He been on point. Versus that serpent, he ain't. He using his ability to talk and subtlety to try to trick Eve. This animal here was being consistent. It's an exception. God opened his mouth. Again, this could be the exception again why God is going to go ahead and open these animals' mouth later on, right? And what's interesting about this right here, right? It's not a strange thing to Balaam that an animal is talking to him, this donkey. You would think if an animal talking to you right now, you think that is strange, wouldn't you? You don't think it's strange? You're talking back to the animal. He's like, man, I know you guys used to talk. It ain't a strange thing to me, you talking. He talking back to the animal. He ain't scared, frightened, nothing. He just having a conversation back. No, you didn't do that. No, you're right. You're right. You know what I'm saying? You take it as a, wait a minute, you talking?
After,
how you talking? He ain't said none of that to this animal. Yes, sir.
After just probably putting a sword to his neck.
No, right. he just threatened to kill him. Right? He says, for now, would I kill thee? You know what I'm saying? And have a conversation like, oh, this ain't nothing. This happens. Animal talk. Yes, sir.
And that donkey on Shrek, man. I watched Beverly Hills Cop last night, and that voice, and I was like, "That's the donkey on Shrek."
Don't get it. Don't get it. Bible.
Because he was talking in Shrek. Eddie Murphy, the donkey, was talking in Shrek.
Yeah. Let's get the can we get the other one right quick? It says 2 incidents. I want to bring the other 2 incidents too as well on the human side. We got to go to the book of Jasher now. Can we get the book of Jasher, chapter 43? And let's get verse 37.
Where is Jasher?
Oh, you have to have a book.
Yeah, you don't have a. If you don't have a, he doesn't have one.
Nah, I'll get him one.
Okay.
Oh, Jasher's its own book.
Come.
Oh, okay.
I'll pull it up here so you guys can see. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just read from the screen. That's fine.
Okay, go ahead.
You said you want Jasher chapter 43, verse
30. 37.
Come. Jasher chapter 44, starting at verse 37.
43.
Oh, 43. I'm sorry.
43, verse 37. This is when Jacob's sons came back and they told him Joseph died and some animal. They killed the animal and sprinkled animal blood on it, saying that the animal killed him. Right. So Jacob is responding to them. Go ahead.
Jasher chapter 43, 37.
Yeah.
30, 40, 32. And 37. Seek also, I pray you, among the beasts and hunt them, and that which shall come the first before you seize and bring it unto me. Perhaps the Lord will this day pity my affliction and prepare before you that which did tear my son in pieces and bring it unto me, and I will avenge the cause of my son.
So he think that if they go out, the first animal they see will be the animal that killed Joseph, because God is showing him some kind of mercy. For this is the animal that killed your son. Bring him to me, and I'm gonna kill him. Right? But again, this all sparked from his son's lying to him. See that? So he's going off the lie. This is the problem. He's going off the lie. And this is where other people go wrong. If you go off the lie, you start to say things. Say, now he looking to kill an animal that have nothing to do with his son's death because his sons lied to him. Right?
Mhm.
Someone can lie to you and cause you to kill someone unnecessarily. See what I'm saying?
That happens probably a lot.
But see, that's why we have the principle that tells us when it comes to that, what should he have done?
Why is the serpent's harvest in the dirt?
No. What is it? What's the principle when it comes to something like that, according to the text?
Judge both sides of the story.
Nope.
Like,
What's the principle when it comes to something like that?
Pray for wisdom?
Nope.
he didn't think their sons would lie to him like that.
The principle when it comes to something like that, vengeance is mine, say of the Lord. I will repay. That animal killed my son, God gonna get that animal, gonna kill him. God gonna get that animal. Or whoever's in the wrong when it comes to my son's death, right? You put it in God's hands to deal with it, right or wrong?
Right. Don't return evil.
He not doing that. What is he doing?
Returning evil for
He's
evil.
trying to take he's trying to take vengeance on himself.
Oh,
He said, go hunting. The first animal you see, bring him, I'm gonna kill him.
Mm.
But he'd have been wrong.
Oh.
This is showing you again why you should give it to God.
Mm.
Because you could have been lied to, right? And get it wrong and got it wrong.
Oh, wow.
But if you let God do it, he don't get it wrong.
wow. You know, that's how a lot of wars start.
Right. This is why you leave it to him. Let him deal with it. Because he gonna deal with it.
Mm.
What are you gonna do? This is another reason why you shouldn't deal with it. Because you don't have the facts or all the parameters involved. That's another reason why you shouldn't deal with it. Because someone could be lying to you.
It feel like a hard temptation. I mean, I'm not saying that because I boil with faith, but like it's hard, you know, because you know, you just on the carnal side, it's hard on the carnal
Right.
side.
But I'm just saying, see, we reading this, right? And that's why Paul said, things written afore was written for our learning. See, we learn from their mistakes. This is a mistake. This is not how you say. This is not how you handle this. Right? Learn from their mistakes. What they do wrong. Like they're reading the Old Testament and old stuff and not learning nothing from people's mistakes. No, but to learn from it. Yes, sir, Tony.
So when a person would take vengeance usually or try to take vengeance in their own hands, that's lack of faith. I mean, how would you look at it? You know,
It is like it's lack of faith in the Most High from the Old Testament perspective, right? Now, in the Old Testament, there's a law. If someone, like, you have two people doing together, right, and another one killed him, right? You have to first find out were they enemies, right? If they were friends, was it an accident, right? He killed them on accident. You know what I'm saying? And then we have in the Torah, city of refuge, where if you kill someone and you have an enemy was an accident, you killed them, you go to a city of refuge where you stay in and where the avenger of blood, meaning the person's family, don't come kill you because you in the city of refuge. He can't touch you once you're in the city. If you leave out the city now, he can. As long as you in the city, he can't touch you, right? And you must be there until the high priest dies, right? So when the high priest dies, it's showing you an atonement factor in there, right?
Oh, wow.
Christ, our high priest, died makes an atonement. So we see all the way back in the Old Testament, the high priest died. He's like atoning for that particular blood, that death that happened. Right? It's foreshadowing of Mashiach Yahushua. Right? That's the only way you can come out that city of refuge when the high priest dies.
So like when Cain got killed, he said, "I have 4 vengeance or 4-fold." But
no. So whoever kills Cain shall be avenged 7-fold.
7-fold, and immediately, he got handled that like right there, didn't he? Because he laughed or something.
Oh no, whoever killed Cain, he's saying no. The reason why, because God don't take vengeance on Cain. What you're doing, you're circumventing God's vengeance on Cain. You're trying to play God. Me. You're trying to play God.
So we had our witness protection program before the witness protection program.
Facts.
No, I'm saying that the one who shot him with the bow and arrow, I think he got killed after
He shot him on accident. He thought he was an animal.
Khan. And then did his uncle turn around and slay him or father or something?
I think it's yes.
Like
Yeah.
it was instant
Yeah.
death because he seen him, he laughed about it. Like I thought it was a deer or something, or
Yeah.
took it
Right.
like it was no big issue, and he immediately got slayed, right?
Yeah, but it was a problem. But it was a problem for his wife. His mother didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's another reason why you give it to God. Again, I'm not saying it's an easy thing to do. I want to be clear, because if someone kills someone you love, your first mind is, I'm gonna let God handle it. You don't go to that. You don't go to that mind frame immediately, right? Your mind frame is, I'm going to get him, right?
Yeah.
And again, and the reason why your mind goes is because you're not as spiritual as you're supposed to be. Because if you were, you would understand, hey, this happened for a reason. God's over everything. You don't understand the whole reason behind it, but the more spiritual you are.
And then think about this, King. You know how many wars or just conflicts have started over one person killing one person and it get back. Now it's just retaliation. Until 20 people down the line, you don't even know how it started.
Millions have died because two people had an argument. And because of their position over the country, they go to war, and next thing everybody in the country got to go to war, and they're fighting, and they're fighting their battle, and nothing to do with y'all. All right, who was reading?
Was it
Yeah, Isaiah, was you?
Yeah, okay.
My phone.
Verse 37?
Probably.
Verse
38. Okay, 38. And his son did as their father had commanded them, and they rose up early in the morning, and each took his sword and his bow and his hand, and they went forth into the field and hunt the beast.
Go ahead.
And Jacob was still crying aloud and weeping and walking to and fro in the house, and smited his hand together, saying, Joseph, my son, Joseph, my son.
Yeah. Because of the lie. Stressing Jacob out because of the lie. Go ahead.
Verse 40. And the sons of Jacob went into the wilderness to seize the beast, and behold, a wolf came towards them. And they seized him and brought him unto their father, and they said unto him, This is the first we have found, and we have brought him unto thee, and thou didst command us. As thou did command us, and thy son's body we could not find.
Go ahead. So they couldn't find the body, so they suggested that the animal ate the body up completely. Go ahead.
Verse 41. And Jacob took the beast from the hand of his sons, and he cried out with a loud and weeping voice, holding the beast in his hand, and he spoke with a bitter heart unto the beast, Why didst thou devour my son Joseph?
See, he blaming the animal, and he's wrong. Go ahead.
And how didst thou have no fear of the Most High of the earth, of my trouble for my son Joseph?
So he's saying the beast. So he said there's certain. So this shows you that certain beasts have fear of the Most High God. This is what that serpent lacked, right here.
Wow. So the wolf has the fear.
Huh?
The wolf has the fear.
Certain.
Well, no, but he's mentioning that you have no fear for the Most High God. So I'm showing you that this fear for the Most High God is not just limited to human beings, right?
Lions probably too. Remember?
Right. But this shows you as well too that the animals also know God's commandments for man and for them, right? Did you know do you know animals are transgressing God's commandment when they eat other animals? Because God says it's supposed to eat straw and stuff.
Well, how would they know that though?
They know.
Because they know. Just like that serpent knew what they're supposed to be doing. Wait, so you said they don't know? Why wouldn't God let them know? The text says the animals will also eat that. I'm gonna say, well, you didn't tell us.
Wow.
So, I mean, he told them.
Con,
He let them know.
con.
This is your food right here. How do you not tell them what their food is?
Wow.
You tell what their food is.
So bulls.
They are transgressing God's commandments when they eat other animals.
So are we supposed to be eating meat?
La
No. Passover.
I was just talking. Hey, Aria, are you here? Is Aria, you here, Aria? Is Aria leave?
That's the flesh.
Aria must have been gone. He must have left. I don't know. Someone left the message or something.
What's up?
You hear Aria?
Huh?
Hey, you remember we was over there at Shaggy? He was saying that the cats in Belize don't kill the rats. Was that right? Am I correct? That's what he was saying?
Out here they don't.
Out here, right?
Yeah.
And he's saying the reason why they didn't do it, they don't kill the rats out here? Because of what? Did he mention why?
What he said. I don't remember what he said.
Yeah, but I'm willing to say that out here we see that the animals, the cats don't eat the rats. What is stopping them from eating the rats? Or in other places that they do? Is it them reverencing God's commandments and not eat other animals? Because they be considered on an animal level cannibals, right? Eating other animals.
Fish eating fish.
Fish eating fish. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder, do
Fish is supposed to be eating fish.
Do the fish that is edible, like what's that?
For us,
Yeah,
not for other fishes.
But do they eat the bottom feeders? If it's like some bait or like a catfish,
They should supposed to eat that. No, there's vegetation in the ocean that they eat. They're supposed to be eating other fish.
Everything.
That's cannibalism.
I did not know that.
Right? All right, who was reading?
I was.
Hold on. Someone left a message. I don't know what this message is.
It was Servant Smith saying his phone about to die.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see. All right. All right. Who was reading?
I was.
Go ahead.
Verse 42. And thou did devour my son for naught, because he committed no violence, and this thereby rendered me what is that? Culpable on his account. Therefore, the Most High will require him that is persecuted.
Persecuted.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
43. And the Lord opened the mouth of the beast in order to confront Jacob with comfort Jacob with his word.
So we see again here. He opened the mouth of the ass in Numbers, and he does it here again, but he does it here in order to comfort Jacob with his words. Go ahead.
And it answered Jacob and spoke these words unto him.
Go ahead.
Verse 44. As God liveth, who created us in the earth.
Stop. The first of the animals said, he acknowledged God created us. The animals knows who created them. They're not oblivious to who created them. They know man didn't create them. They know that God created them. As God liveth, who created us in the earth. This animal knows. If they can talk today, they would tell you the same thing.
Wow. You saving it.
Who don't know these things? A whole bunch of humans don't know these things.
Wow.
You think if animals could talk, they be talking about, yeah, you guys made us. They're like, no, y'all ain't made us. No. God made us.
The person who created y'all
created us, right. As God liveth, who created us in the earth. Go ahead.
And as thy soul liveth, my Lord, I did not see thy son.
See, he called Jacob my Lord. See, that serpent wasn't doing that to Adam and Eve. Like, no, my Lord. No, not doing that. I'm smarter. The animal is in order. We know that the human beings are over them. The human beings are their Lord. Right? So his own point. Go ahead.
Neither did I tear him to pieces, but from a distant land I also came to seek my son who went from me this day, and I know not whether he be living or dead.
So he's coming to find his own son.
Mm.
This animal is coming to find his own son.
Wow.
That went from him this day. He don't even know if he's living or dead, right? Well, Jacob was lied to. He said, "No, I ain't kill your son. It wasn't me." Go ahead.
45. And I came this day into the field to seek my son, and your sons found me, and seized me, and increased my grief.
And increase my whoa. He said, the animal is he catching grief for his son. Showing you the animals have feelings for their children too as well. Don't get it twisted. You go and killing these animals, you're killing, you don't know you're killing an animal, mother, father, children, daughter, you don't know. Right? And that goes back. I forgot to pull it first. Doesn't it make sense for another reason for us to why we shouldn't eat animals? Doesn't that make any more sense? Because you could be eating a family member for an animal.
Wow.
And they got feelings too.
Wow. And dang, that would make you hate somebody if they took your family and ate them like, wow. Oh, wow.
I do be seeing certain animals, like when I walking by the park, the squirrels, the ducks, all the little animals, like, I don't trust you humans.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Wild pack. There's a wild pack of wolves, we're a wild pack. I don't do what you humans. I don't trust y'all. But they know something about it.
I see why.
I see y'all. I don't trust y'all. I know what y'all are. Y'all the humans. Wild humans.
Some of us are.
Wild stallions. Come on. I'm sorry. Cut them apart. Dissect them. Cut them apart, dissect them, and study them, huh?
Yeah. Can we get Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10? You put it over here. Proverbs chapter 10.
Trust you humans.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10. Who got that?
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 10, Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast.
Right? If a righteous man regard the life of his beast, think of the Most High who created the beast.
Mm-hmm.
He would go the life of the beast too as well. Right? Go ahead.
But the tender mercy of the wicked are cruel.
Tender mercy of the wicked is cruel. They would not regard the life of the beast. Right? And again, this is the thing, man. You got to be careful. I've learned, because when I have animals in my house, even spiders or whatnot, I stop killing them. The spirit is telling me stop doing that. Take the animal and take him outside of your house. Get a stick or something, have him crawl on it, and take him outside your house. Do not kill him.
Right.
Find someone to drive them out your house without taking their life. Because I've engaged in it. It seems when you kill them, the Most High judging you. Things ain't going your way. Things are going wrong. You might look like something simple, but you are taking a life. Whether you think is significant or not, right? Or it's in your way, or it's inconveniencing you. You know what I'm saying? You didn't create that life. You didn't give it life. You taking it. I think their judgment gonna come to you. I would say don't do it. Take the animal out of your place. Yes, sir.
And when I think about things like that, I think we don't know how we offend. So before I do something like that, that always crossed my mind. Like, we don't know how we offend, so be careful with things you don't fully understand.
Yeah. I've noticed when I'm praying for something, man, then this animal pop up where I like, usually I'll smash you. And it's there so you can smash him so you can not get your blessing. And I said, nah, that's not gonna work no more. He used to. I'm wise to it now. I put the animal outside. Yeah. There is something to it. You gotta have respect for these animals too, man. You want to be respected, right? You know, because they're beings more powerful than you, like you more powerful than animals that don't have respect for you. Like Satan. He's an angelic being way more powerful than you.
Right.
You think he has respect in regard to your life? He does not. He don't care about your life. He wants you to do the wrong thing so you can get judged and killed. He don't regard you. Just like some people don't regard the life of the animals, they out there hunting the animals unnecessarily. Just to put his head on your wall.
Man,
which is ridiculous.
Sport.
I got a weird question.
Yes, sir.
So like, would that apply too if I catch a bug and like feed it to the fish too?
If you find out, what did he say?
Like,
you feed it to the fish, because fishes eat crickets.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he's saying. You know,
fishes eat crickets.
Yeah. Fish love bugs.
Yeah, they love bugs.
They love insects.
I think that's kind of different. Also,
no, don't do that. Give them the fish food that you can buy.
Okay.
That's actually the one I had before, that big one. They eat crickets.
Yeah, I'm saying you don't feed them with cricket. A lot of cricket.
Okay, all right. that's kind of why I was asking. I didn't know how to ask it that way, but
yeah, you don't do that. You give him his fish food.
Okay.
Food that was made for him to eat. It's like we was made to eat fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. We gotta eat that. Right?
Okay.
It's all about getting things back in order, because ever since Adam and Eve, things been out of order. Right? We're out of order, the animals are out of order, right?
It'll be times where we'll catch a bee and throw them in like a spider's web or something.
All right, with that, I've seen bees who have used their stingers. You know, they use their stingers. You know, they usually be on the ground and some of their wings and flies too, right? I don't mess with them. I'll leave them there, bro. That's not gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I don't even just step on them and kill them. I don't do that. Leave that alone, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see them as irritants like that. I'm like, well, they just doing anything. They just happen to be here. But I will put them out. I will.
Yeah, you put them out. Just do that. You know what I'm saying? Again, the reason why you're doing it, man, is because you don't want judgment to come on you. Right? If you think you ain't gonna get judged, then you continue to do it and see.
Yeah.
Right? People wonder, man, I don't know what's happening, man. Why is happening to me? You know, you trying to figure out why it's happening to you. Could it be because you killed an animal you thought it was insignificant? But the one that created it don't see it that way.
Right. No, you don't know what I had to do to create that. Right. Leave it alone.
It wasn't bothering you. Right? And if it was bothering you, you can just put it out the way. Because you be bothering me. Like, you see, I go smashing you. I could smash you like a bug.
Wow, beautiful.
The most I can smash you like a bug. How many people irritate the Most High?
Oh my goodness. Wow.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, verse 10.
Oh, no, that's good. No, we need to go back to we was in Jasher. Let's go back to Jasher. I just want to get that point to show you that a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying the Most High would be the exact same way as well. All right. But he created them. Yeah. All right, you was in what verse now? 45, I think. Go ahead.
You want me to do 45 over again?
Yeah, no, do 45. I think we're in 45.
Huh?
45.
Okay. And I came this day into the field to seek my son, and your son found me and seized me and increased my grief, and and have this day brought me before thee, and I have now spoken all my words to thee.
There it is. So he's spoken all the words to him.
Wow.
Explain to him that it wasn't me. Go ahead.
46. And now, therefore, O Son of Man, I am in thy hands, and do unto me this day as it may seem good in thy sight. But by the life of the Most High who created me, I did not see thy son, nor did I tear him to pieces, neither has the flesh of man entered my mouth all the days of my life.
Wow.
And this is a wolf, ain't it?
This is a, yeah, I'm saying. The wolf is on point. First of all, the wolf is swearing by God.
Come.
How crazy is that?
But he gonna raise his offspring to be the same way.
Yeah.
But he's looking for his offspring too, all
Yeah.
the same.
He teaching not, he don't eat man.
Now think of
The
the
flesh of it.
think of the conflict Joseph is having, because he like, well, my sons brought you to me and they said you. Wow.
No, but if the animal, because animal mouth was closed.
Come.
Right? He learned it from his teacher. Right? Because again, what we have is redacted. I think what he had, that part right there says, and at this point, God closed the mouth of the animal. Jacob would have known that. Then when they had that teaching coming down, right? From Noah, Shem, Eber, and all that.
Okay.
So the animal is talking right now. Jacob would know, oh, God opened this animal's mouth to say these things to you. And it's just interesting what the animal is saying. The animal say, I'm in your hands, do to me as fine in your sight. You know what I'm saying? But as the life of God who created me, I did not see thy son without tearing him to pieces. And I'm not eating any man flesh up unto this day as well. We can see another reason why the animal is up on this animal's mouth. This animal is on point. He's sticking to what Mosai originally wanted them to do, is to not eat flesh, right? Wow. This is what he's doing. Go ahead.
47. And when Jacob heard the words of the beast, he was greatly astonished, and set forth the beast from his hand, and she went her way.
Right. So he was astonished of what he heard. And let the animal go. You would think animal would talk like that.
And he believed the animal too.
Again, because he knows who opened the animal's mouth.
Come.
Now, if he didn't believe the animal, if he would have heard that animal, Dick would have been in trouble with the Most High.
Come. He didn't want to bear false witness. Murder.
He would have been in serious trouble with the Most High God. He'd have touched that animal. That's the reason why God opened the animal's mouth. To let him know what the truth of the matter is concerning this animal killing Joseph. It wasn't this animal. The Most High goes to all that trouble for you to go ahead and kill the animal anyway. So.
Right.
Like a sacrifice just in case.
Yeah, but not because of a lie. So there's a lie, you thinking the animal killed your son. The animal didn't kill his son. And Joseph is not even dead. He's not even dead.
Wow.
Yeah, he think he's dead, but he's not even dead. You know what I'm saying? And now we also have it on the other side of too as well when it comes to man, right? We see Enoch was not Enoch, right? Because according to the curse that fell upon Adam, death fall upon man because of what Adam did, right? But death didn't fall upon Enoch.
Oh, wow.
Enoch becomes an exception, right? These two animals we read becomes an exception because we see what they're on point for what God originally planned was.
Wow.
And because they're that way, God is doing what? Opening their mouth like it was before.
Wow.
So it shows you when you get back into God's plans, how he originally made it, you start getting back what you originally had.
So
now I'm giving you back what he originally had for you, but because you're out of order, I'm taking stuff from you. Yeah, Isaiah.
The remnant too. That's also a remnant, huh? Of what he
kept
the same way that he made it the original way. He kept a remnant of everything, and wow.
That's why it's pertinent for us to get back to what God wanted, and by doing that, we can start getting more blessings and get more back, more power and stuff that we had before. Tony?
So you think this wolf didn't eat like no bulls neither, or no? He's like probably vegetarian.
When he said he didn't eat man, flesh of man, that doesn't say anything about other animals. We don't know. I would speculate and say he doesn't, because I think he understands God, and God don't want him to eat that. Right? I mean, I would. What's wrong with animals eating fruits and apples and stuff like that, like we do? What's wrong with them eating that? Right? Esau will tell you this nonsense about how you need eat meat for protein, which is a lie. That is a lie. You eat meat to get no protein. You get protein from vegetables and stuff.
But you notice when they go vegetarian, Esau, they look sicker. Like it's that they got to have meat, the flesh, and when we eat it, it's just
it doesn't work good for you.
yeah.
So that would mean it's certain wolves and lions, tigers, all that. That's a pack out of them might be vegetarian. We just don't know it because we used to seeing.
Yeah, they wouldn't show you that stuff because they lead you back to the Bible. What the Bible says. We ain't showing no animals eating straw. No, we ain't doing that. People don't believe in that book. You don't want to do that. So again, on the human side, again, we have Enoch, who's made an exception, right? He's supposed to have been death should have ruled upon Enoch, but because Enoch is on point, right? Can we get it in Genesis chapter 5?
Certain animals a little closer than what we know.
Chapter 5, verse 21. Let me pull it up here. Who got that?
One second. Genesis chapter 5, verse 21. And Enoch lived 65 years and begot Methuselah.
So Enoch lived, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Enoch 65 years and begot Methuselah, all right? Again, as you see again right here, there are these two colons. There's other stuff here that's being said that they've taken out. You know exactly what it said. No, there's more here that's been said, right? Wow. Again,
So every time the semicolon ends, that's more put onto it.
It is more here. They're redacting things, and how you know they're redacting things, because once we start to read in the New Testament and the apostles start quoting these verses, we see them saying things like where they getting this stuff from.
Oh.
Right, then we find other writings where these things are in there. Like we find the Dead Sea Scrolls, and we find these things in the Dead Sea Scrolls that we don't have in our Old Testament. We did the same thing. So how did Dead Sea Scrolls have all of these extra writings, extra verses to the same verses we have that our verse don't have?
Took them out.
Because someone took it out. Someone redacted it. Right? And if they're redacting the Old Testament, then they're redacting the New Testament too as well. They're trying to hide stuff from us.
Let's say don't add or take away.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Verse 22, Genesis chapter 5, verse 22. And Enoch walked with God after he begot Methuselah 300 years and begot sons and daughters.
Right. So he walked with God after he begot Methuselah 300 years. It's a long time to be consistent. Go ahead.
23. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years.
365.
Like a year.
See it? So that's the pagan year. God year is 360, and it is a leap year. It is a leap month. 361, which again is the math is just years of that again. All right, go ahead.
24. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him.
Right. So there. So because he walked with God 300 years, God didn't allow the death that fell upon Adam to fall upon him because of how he walked with God. Because this was how Adam and Eve were supposed to walk with God. They were supposed to walk with God, right? And they never would have saw that. Go ahead.
It seemed like more was taken away from this verse too, just how it sounded like.
Yes.
And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him.
Yeah.
It seemed like more was.
There's a Conan here too, and Enoch walked with God, and then that's what, and then she had Conan it. Like something was here, and they took that out, and also the years, 65 years. Then something here is left out. Something here is left out again, right? Let's get in the book. See, now we read on the same story. Then we get into the book of Hebrews, because Paul brings this up. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 5. See, can we show you what Paul's going to elaborate on this? And you're like, where's Paul getting this stuff from?
Yeah, I got this one.
Hebrews chapter 11. And we get starting at verse 5. All right, go ahead, brother.
All right, reading from the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, and starting verse 5, it reads, by faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death.
Well, how does let's get kind of correct in today's terms. How does the person that wrote Hebrews, or Paul, because they say Paul every day, they don't know who wrote Hebrews, but how does the writer of Hebrews, who I say is Paul, how does he know that it was by faith Enoch was translated? How does he know that? Isn't it that it wouldn't make more sense that just because that's what the text said originally, that we don't have, that he knew it was by faith? Is he putting this out of his own head and say, oh man, I was by faith. By faith, Enoch did that.
Well, he could have learned it from Christ when Christ was teaching him.
He could learn it from Christ, right?
Yes.
He could learn it from Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But here's the situation with him learning it from Christ as well, right? He himself says to prove all things. Does he not say that? Nathaniel?
No, I'm sorry. Just say it one more time. I'm sorry.
I said, didn't Paul himself say prove all things?
Yes, he did.
So if he's right, if he's asked, prove that, he gonna say, well, Christ taught me. They're gonna say, who? Who taught? How we know? But prove that. Let's start there. Prove that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So then all we got to go through now, he would say, well, listen, it's written. It is? Yeah, it says right there in Genesis that was faith, that was he believed. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And now in there right there, right? Because Paul spends the whole time got to prove everything. Remember, you said prove all things. Remember? How you know it's by faith? Prove it. So by faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death. Go ahead.
And it was not found.
How does he know that? And it was not found. How does he know that?
That's a good question.
The text says this. He has some writings that says that they looked for him and didn't find him. And now we have it. Joshua said this. They looked for him and they didn't find him. Joshua says this.
Moses also.
Moses what?
Look for Moses and couldn't find him.
No, they didn't look for Moses. Man, today, try to find Moses too, but the text says they're not gonna find that. This guy said he think he found it. Say, would you stop it, bro? Cut it out. All right, you ain't found a Moses too. Yes, sir.
You heard they found the Ark of the Covenant in Ethiopia?
Again.
I'm like, oh my god.
What time they gonna find it?
Joe Rogan said it this time.
Wait, how did he get to Ethiopia in the first place? Let's start there. How did he even get there?
It wasn't even there.
With them there in the first place, how did he get there?
The Ethiopians really think they are the chosen. They all look alike.
See, so he said, and was not found again. Only makes sense that Paul has some writing to prove that. Go ahead, brother.
Because God, the Most High, had translated him.
Right, so we have that. It said that in Genesis, right? Go ahead.
Before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased God.
How does what? Where's the testimony at that he's referencing? Because he's summing it up that he pleased God. What's the testimony that he has? So it said before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased God. Where's the testimony at? This showed you that the apostles and them had certain writings that we didn't have. And even if you want to say Christ taught him, still, right? Even if you want to say Christ taught him, Christ is going to teach him what's in the text. Is he not?
Come on.
Christ himself said, "Not one jot and one tittle shall pass from the law till all be fulfilled."
Come on.
He himself was coming out of there, right? When he was tempted by Satan, what did Christ do himself?
Went to scripture.
He started to quote what it said. That's what he did. He didn't say, "Well, I'm the son of God. I could just start making it up out of my own mind because I'm the son of God." He didn't do that. What did he do?
Right.
He went what the text says.
Isaiah, come on.
That's what he did.
Then he went to Isaiah, right?
Huh?
He went to Isaiah, right?
He went to Deuteronomy.
Okay, come on.
He kept quoting. He says, "Thus it is written." And he kept saying it was written. That's what Christ kept saying. He didn't just say, "I'm just saying something that's not written." No, that's not what he did. Stuck to what was written. And I think this is what Paul is doing here because Christ taught him the same way. Listen, go with what's written already. Stick to that. Right? As Paul himself said, let God be true and every man a lie. We stick it to what was written, right? All right, go ahead, brother.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6, it reads, "But without faith, it is impossible to please him."
So without faith, it's impossible to please him, right? He would have learned that from Enoch. He said, whoa. By faith, he was translated. Whoa, so faith is the thing that gave him this testimony of that how he pleased God, right? So he said, well, without faith, it's impossible to please him. Go ahead.
For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
He got all of that from reading about Enoch, right? Because Enoch walked with God, right? 300 years. He was constantly seeking God. 300 years now. Who ever sought God that long?
That's long.
Where is that at?
Yeah, longevity.
Huh?
That's longevity.
Didn't Enoch see the end of when New Jerusalem come or something, or seen?
No.
You seen something like a foretell?
Oh, Enoch was a preacher of righteousness. He prophesied the Most High coming with some things. You know what I'm saying? Can we get there? There's one more in the Apocrypha. Can we get the Apocrypha? Ecclesiasticus chapter 49, verse 14. In our Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus chapter 49, verse 14.
Oh, 40.
Yeah. I didn't pull the Apocrypha. Yeah, I mean it's here. I can do it here.
Yeah, you could do it from yeah, that way. There you go.
Ecclesiasticus what, 49, you said?
49, verse 14, I think it is. I actually didn't start going to this Apocrypha more and start going to these books. A lot of information in here.
What about second Ezra?
No, we didn't do second Ezra.
He set that one up, Bob.
What about Judah?
We're not doing that either.
That's another one.
We're not doing no false writings.
No
We don't
pseudo.
do false writings over here.
No pseudo.
No
They
pseudo.
still read them. No.
Huh?
Them brothers, most of them brothers still read that.
Oh yeah, they don't know no better. That's what they probably do. All right, who got that?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 49 and verse 14. But upon the earth was no man created like Enoch, for he was taken from the earth.
So how did this writer know there was no man created like Enoch? How does he know that? Could it be that's what it actually said in Genesis? Right? Like the Most High speak about Job, right? He said Job was a perfect man and showed evil. We have that. I think Genesis says that there was no man created like Enoch on the earth, and this why this guy is saying the same thing as well.
Wow.
Because how would he know that? How can he prove that? He said, it's what it says in Genesis. The first book says it.
So
We don't have it there because it's been redacted.
What is the meaning on how he was created? Or he no man was like built like him? What they saying like
Created like him.
Well, he kept the statute, law, and commandments perfectly, right?
Yeah, but again, it was created like him. We read about him in the book of Joshua. We know how he was moving in there. He was constantly with the Most High all the time. He didn't want to spend no time with man. He was constantly spending time with the Most High. And he would spend more and more time with the Most High, less time with man. Not only that, it said that Enoch face glowed. Like Moses face glowed. He said Enoch face glowed. That's the most time he spent with God, and his face started to glow. He started to get back what Adam lost. That's the most time he's spending with God.
So like the Hamashiach Yahweh Shai was the only one at that time created the way he was created, huh?
No, Hamashiach was created way before that. He was before any being.
I mean, like
he wasn't
virgin
created.
birth.
He came out of the Most High's mouth.
The word.
He was in the bosom of the Most High. He came out of the Most High's mouth. He wasn't like the Most High put some hands and created the Hamashiach Yahweh. He came out of the Most High. He came out of the mouth of the Most High. The Most High spoke him into existence. He wasn't created into existence. He was spoken into existence.
It said, was it Luke? He said he was the angel before he was something like that. The scripture, Christ was the angel, like the name Jesus. Luke,
not Luke. Paul said he was the angel that brought us out. Luke can be Luke to him to have been an angel, but again, it goes back to how you want to interpret the word of. I'm saying they're gonna try to say no, that's talking about the name, but it just depends how you want to interpret it. Yeah, but Enoch. Anyway, can we read it? What they're trying to say? I'm making it up. We get the book of Joshua. I want to see I'm making it up. He was beginning to gain back what was lost. And again, these things are written for our example. So I'm trying to have us more and more get back into fasting. We're trying to get back into what they were doing before to get us back to what was lost. If we can try to get back what was lost. Joshua chapter 3, we get verse 20. Let me pull it up. Joshua chapter 3, and let's get verse 20. Let's read 19 and 20. Who got that? Go ahead.
Joshua chapter 3, starting at verse 19. And during the 3 days that he was in his chamber, he prayed to and praised the Lord his God. And the day on which he went and appeared to his
subjects,
his subjects, he taught them the way of the Lord. And all they asked him about the Lord, he told them.
Right? So he taught them the way of the Lord, right? Remember the Most High says, my ways are not your ways. See, what's about to happen is our way has now have to become his way. See, we have lost our way because our way is not his. Look, Enoch was teaching them God's way. It's what is to be taught. Forget about your way. Your way is to take vengeance. God said, vengeance is mine. That's the way we need to start dealing with it. And again, I'm telling you, it's not something that's easy to do. I'm saying it, but I know it isn't something easy to do.
Right.
So he taught them God's ways. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And he did in this manner of many years. And he did in this manner for many years, and he afterwards concealed himself for 6 days and appeared to his people one day in 7, and after that once in a month, and then once in a year, until all the kings, princes, and sons of men sought for him.
So we saw that it increased. It was 1 in 7, then it was 1 in the month, then it was 1 in a year. He's spending more and more time with the Most High and less time with man.
And they sound like, yeah, wow.
Go ahead.
And desire again to see the face of Enoch and to hear his word, but they could not, as all the sons of men were greatly afraid of Enoch, and they feared to approach him on account of the godlike owl that was seated unto his
continent. That's his face. He had a godlike awe on his face. They was afraid to approach it. These are kings and princesses. There's no regular man. He spent enough time with God. Look, he's telling him a godlike continent.
You think he was up in the mountains praying?
Yeah, he's always on an elevated place, right? Christ always resorted to the Mount of Olives, right? An elevated position. Again, this is going to show you again once we get back where we're supposed to have. They're gonna fear us. They're gonna be afraid of us. They're gonna lock into what the Most High Christ wants done. Because they see it and say, "Oh no, we ain't fighting them. It's a losing battle." They're preparing to fight Christ now. But when Christ cracked that sky, they see the power he coming with. They go. The text says they go and get scared. It literally says they go and get scared when he comes. So, but God gonna make them fight. They ain't gonna want to fight when they saw what he coming with. So yes, God-like continents. Go ahead, brother.
Therefore, no man could look at him, fearing he might be punished and die.
Yeah. They want to look. When they say look at him, they're talking about look in his face. Then they're gonna die. It was the same way with Moses. Moses had to put a veil over his face. Because they would have been afraid of him, afraid to approach him and talk to him. So he put a veil over his face so they can be able to, don't get scared.
So this is why so many people say, "Son, come on, brother, son," because he shine like one.
That's
how you know it's black.
Yeah. They're talking about that sun in the sky though. This is a different kind of light. This is the kind of light that makes you afraid. Because you know there is something dangerous. There's something dangerous there. You don't want to go playing with that.
Right. Unchallengeable power.
You ever had a movie like that show a person like glowing?
Yeah, that was like that. There's many movies that had people glowing. I see some stuff in Star Trek where they have certain people that was glowing. They had a guy in there It was hunting him down. He kept going through these changes. He had this light, this bright light that would come off his body, and then it would go back in. Right, and he would like fall down, and they were like, "What's happening to you?" He said, "I don't know what's happening to me." Right. Every time everybody in this planet that exhibit this type of light coming from their body, they think something is wrong, so they hunt them down and they kill them. They hunt them down and they kill them because they say that they're changing it to something negative, something bad. They're hunting them down. But then in Star Trek, one of them survived, and then the doctor saved him. It took him, and then the ship found out that he survived, and they went to the ship, and they said, "Well, turn him over to us." And the doctor was like, "I just saved his life." They turn him over, they go kill him. So why would I save him then if you gotta go just turn him over and kill him? And it was like, "Well, what did he do?" He said, "Well, none of your business what he did. Turn him over." He said, "We just can't go turn him over. You know what he did." He said, "This is none of your business. This is between us. Just turn him over. This is not your people. This is none of your affairs. Turn him over." He said, "Well, we saved his life just for you to take it." They said, "Well, this is our way. This is how we do it." And they're like, "Well, we ain't gonna do that."
I think I remember that episode.
Yeah, they said, "We ain't gonna do that. We go to war." So, well, hey, it is what it is. And all that time, he's changing. He's changing. He turned into a light beam. When he was fully done, he turned into a light beam. He was able to teleport them from his ship all over the place, and he flew. He had some remarkable powers. When he fully had his transformation, it was complete. And he flew back to the land and said, "Well, now you can't stop him no more. I'm gonna fly back and let everybody know you can't stop him no more." He was way too powerful in it.
You talking about the Wrath of Khan?
No. There's another episode in not that Star Trek with Kirk in there, but the other one with Picard in it.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, The Next Generation.
That was wild. Long time ago.
Yeah. Now, but we go through the same thing too. We go into a transformation, right? Or we're going to have a transformation, having a spiritual body. We're gonna go. Again, these transformation comes with certain powers, as the writer in Hebrews, Paul tells us, right? And we said that they have tasted the powers of the world to come, able to raise the dead, right? And heal the sick, cast out demons. Those are the powers you're gonna have of the world to come, right? They know these things, right? If we was in a kingdom right now, them fires would have never got that far. They went there and put them stuff all over town. None of that would happen. We became flew down there and became heroes and saved their neighborhoods. We'd be real as heroes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they postponed the Lakers and the Clippers game tonight.
Wow.
Football game with the Chargers. They trying to go out of state. A lot of.
Now, these people are causing these fires, man. I saw someone say that a laser beam. Some type of laser.
They trying to say the homeless is doing it because they start campfires and
the homeless.
Yeah, and they just let it burn up. But I think, like I said, I think somebody started higher up. That's higher up.
Oh, definitely. I mean, from the fact they're canceling people's insurance in the house, y'all in on it. Y'all in on it.
That's fishy right there.
And then the mayor, she just like walked off like she didn't give a.
Hey, what happened to her anyway? Because I heard she heard about the winter. She flew to Africa. Where she fly?
She went to Ghana.
She went to Ghana.
Yeah, and hung down for it. And then they.
She knew what was going. She knew. She in on it. She didn't want to be here when it all went down. But she had to come back at some point to address it.
Yeah, it backfired. She thought she was gonna get away from it.
Yeah, she thought she was.
No, I think she knew about it. She knew she had to come back while she was gone. They read her speech for her, what she needed to say when she come back, and she just played her part.
She's just trying to make herself up. I didn't know nothing about this going to happen, but because of the look on her face, she knew all about it. She knew everything, even Gavin.
Yeah, you tell he knows.
Oh, he know all about it.
He knew.
He know all about it.
He knew.
I mean, because you canceled the insurance a month before this stuff went down.
Hey, I would say I disagree with Amiyama a little quick because obviously she did not have anything to say, bro. Like she really didn't say anything. Like even when she had to speak, she said that you can find all the help at URL. Like she didn't even give the website for you to get the help. Like she looked like she was unprepared to say anything.
That's embarrassing.
She playing her part. You don't say much, just tell them to go here.
So the celebrities' homes that burnt down, they not insured something.
I don't know if they are, but if they are, they probably wasn't because the insurance company canceled the insurance.
Yes.
They're not paid this. If they pay one person, they're gonna be in trouble.
Yes.
They don't get paid nobody. They have a lawsuit in their hand. They pay one person.
James Wood was up there crying. He said, "I just lost my house," and
Who's the person that their house got saved?
I don't know. Like I don't even know who that is. Like that, I haven't really heard too much who that person is actually.
But I know Tom Hanks' house was saved.
okay.
His house didn't get burned down.
Okay.
James Wood's house was gone. His house was gone. And
Christine Paris Hilton said she was standing across in front of the house watching her house burn down.
yeah. There's another so-called white child actor. He died in his house. His mom tried to save him, pull him out, but he ended up dying in the fire.
Did you see that video that showed how the fire was? These two guys was sitting inside the house with the dog, and the fire outside, you can see it on outside front of the house, surrounded the house. And it was up on the house, it was coming up on the hill. And they were just sitting in there, you could see you can hear the wind in the background, you can see the fire doing all like this.
Like something spiritual.
Yeah.
I found out something else this morning. They were saying on the news that, or I saw this little this news thing, whatever. They were saying that that it's not only the Palisades that they canceled that fire insurance, it's also in other areas that really aren't like high risk fire at places too. So like it could be anywhere, they were saying.
Is it where does it all end?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Spread it through Calabasas.
Yeah, Calabasas.
Well, look. Today they said that it was actually it actually got into Brentwood. I heard, and they said that that from Monday to Wednesday the winds are going to pick up again. So we don't know if that's going to like carry someplace else too. Well, that's what I heard today.
Yeah, me and Tony seen the Brentwood when we was coming in. That smoke was thick. And yesterday when I went to lunch, a piece of ash went past my eye and scratched my eye, and my eye started watering so bad.
You saw how ash my porch was? That stuff is traveling. Is all. I mean, it's.
Yeah, that one is loaded far.
Loaded
far.
So it's all out to Long Beach too, and all that. You know how ash. I mean, how the smoke is getting way over there. So
yeah, Austin's in Long Beach, and he said he was irritated. His skin was irritated. His breathing and everything.
Yeah, my breathing been kind of hard lately.
Mine is bad. I guess.
Yeah, mine.
Wear a mask back that way sometimes.
Mask don't do.
Man, you need an ear purifier.
Don't do squat do.
Mask on do.
It's too much.
And then was there a lady out there with some type of gas mask interviewing people or something? I saw a lady out there with a gas, like
she had the whole contraption on.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they showed one lady was using her own water to fill up the damn fire truck.
I seen that one too. Wow. Had the hose hooked up to the big old red truck and trying to put some water in there because they didn't have none. The water pressure was all the way gone.
Yeah, they took all the water away. It's a clear setup.
Yeah, and then they were saying something about all the rain we had last year.
I think it should be full.
Yeah, it could have been used.
But they also have water that they have water that bring down from up north of Sacramento. They have a big pipeline that shoots down here that keeps us having water, right? Where's that water at? Listen, hey, I'm saying this. We're talking about this right now, but I guarantee you, maybe sometime later in this pagan year, or sometime after this time, you're gonna understand why this is happening. We don't fully understand it right now. We understand that they did it, but we don't understand the real reason why they do it. Right? We know it's probably for the land, but There's a bigger picture that they're doing this for. We don't understand it right now, present, but later on we're gonna find out. Oh, see, that's why they were doing that fire. Remember that time we talked about it?
And look, and look, I heard a theory, but this is a theory. They were saying that they're gonna do like those I don't know what you call them, but they're like kind of like high rise homes in a sense.
God.
Yeah.
They're this one company that's buying up land all over the place, and all they're doing is building up all of these high rise and apartment complexes, and they're renting them out for a lot of money. They're doing it all over the country, not just in different states. It's all over the country they do this.
I heard Bill Gates have a new real estate company to where he's trying to buy up every free home that's out on the market. He want them all.
Yeah, I think they're using this to cover up something bigger than what's really going on. I don't know what yet, but they up to something. They using this to divert our attention from what they really doing.
God, they help setting the fires. And I wonder, is there still gonna be Olympics out here?
Yeah, that's probably why they getting rid of it, because that's in 2028, but that's a while. That's 3 years from now.
Yeah, well, the thing is this, man. When you start doing it to your own people, that's when they're doing it to the rich, right? They're doing it to their own people. You're starting to get to some kind of boiling point where now you cannot no longer exclude your own to whatever the plans are. So they've got to get caught up in the transition really trying to do.
It's collateral damage.
Collateral damage. Sometimes your own people come. You know what I'm saying?
That's all it is. Collateral. Man, who cares? That's the bottom. That's the bottom line.
But you would think that some of these people are exempt to these things, right? Especially if they're rich, they got money, and areas like that, you would think would be exempt to what they're trying to do. No. So if they're not exempt, you know what I'm saying? Then who is really exempt, right?
Wow.
The only people I can think of that has not had these type of things are these fake Jews.
Wow. Yeah.
Their neighborhood is untouched. Right? Have they been in any major fires in their neighborhoods, wherever they are?
That I know of.
They've been safe lately.
Haven't they?
Yeah, they are. They've been safe because see the thing is up there where they at, Beverly Hills, that's right over there, never been touched.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Pico, they never been touched. You go down there in New York where they all be at Flatbush and all that, they got something going on, you know.
I think they might be I've heard them thinking that in Korea. I think Koreatown has his fires and stuff up in there.
No, the Koreatown fire was somebody that actually there was somebody that made that. There was somebody actually created that. They were burning trash.
Yeah, I mean they report someone created it. You know, they might beat them again. They love to try to get a fall guy for this stuff.
You said a fall guy.
They love doing that.
And like, it's extra windy out here all of a sudden, and we don't get no snow or rain.
You think they created the wind? You think they created this extra wind?
I could believe that. Yeah, because
they're harder, but it was blowing at night.
Man,
that was some wind right there.
I ain't never seen it like that.
So so you think that ain't the most high blowing that strong?
East of
LA, they
looked at
bad. It couldn't be him. It was the most high. He was,
it could be them. I mean, there's some wind, but they added more whatever they doing. So they always experiment with things.
Yes.
They love experiment to see how things are going to go. Right? It's always like in a disaster to try to do stuff to see how people going to react and stuff like that. Right? Because it's part of the one world order system.
Experiment, yeah.
Yeah, because all these fires, they got them up north, they just everywhere. Like
that fire that happened back up there a couple of years ago, up there in Northern California somewhere. Yeah, some fire. It was in Northern California. It burnt everything up.
Yeah, but these people have these things like every year, right? is it the first time it happened this early in the year? Usually it should be in the summertime, right?
Yeah, it usually happens.
This is the first time it happened this early, right?
Mhm.
I think remember ever happening early this early in their pagan year. This type of fire.
But all the rain they had up there,
Right.
everything sliding down and.
It shouldn't even be dry right now, to be
Yeah,
honest.
well, we did have a couple of hot summers. I mean, I had a hot summer.
Huh.
It got hot.
But we should have lush vegetation up there right now.
But the council, the insurance, right before a month before.
Mhm.
And look, not only that, last week, the mayor, she cut the funding for the firefighters last week.
That too.
And the police department.
So she cut the funding so they have less firefighters.
17.
Yeah, but it was $17.6 million. She cut the funding for the firefighters.
Yeah, she in on it.
You know what told me she was in on it? That hair. I looked at that hair. I said, "Oh yeah, she's a part of this." She had the blonde
She
hair.
done sold out.
Yeah.
Sold out on
Mm-hmm.
already.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump was saying something about y'all need to do something about the vegetation.
Hey, somebody was telling me, is it true that Trump fired Newsom? Is that true?
I heard he cussed him out. I didn't know.
I don't think he fired him.
No. He didn't fire him. What he did is he blamed him because he told him like in 2018 that he needed to be able to do something about the reservoirs. He was telling him like it was like I have the footage on there, whatever. He was telling him like we could prevent this by doing this and that and the third, but he wouldn't do it. So what Trump was doing, he was like, I told him to do this, whatever. So Gavin Newsom was saying something like this. Oh, he's trying to politicize this or whatever. But he's been telling. He even told him like during he talked about during the campaign when he was going for election. He was like they have like all this reservoir, but they actually filter the water out to the Pacific Ocean. He's like they could have been built. They have all this water for reserves, but they haven't done it.
Yeah, do that on purpose.
Newsom ain't gonna care anyway in the long run. He ain't.
Yeah, but I'm saying, man, when people are so evil, they don't care about their own. We talking about not the poor of your own, it's the rich of your own that you hear about. These are rich people up there.
Right now, you put a lot of them to a poor level.
Yeah. If the rich people in your own nation don't matter, who does?
And that do make us look at us in the long run. Like, if they did them like that, what we got coming? Because this clearly seems like a setup.
I think that might be the reason why they decide, listen, man, them people over there ain't gonna get it. We're gonna blow all this stuff down into their neighborhood. They ain't not getting it with that. They're not gonna get no scathe. You know what I'm saying? Blow that down here. Yeah, but this guy was telling me that it was it's these top families, right? These Rothschilds, you know what I'm saying?
The DuPonts.
Yeah, these people up there, this 300 people that supposedly run the world. They're the ones doing all this stuff. They're trying to get their plans in order because time is short. Time is short for them.
I heard they behind schedule too.
It seems that they are behind schedule because they're having fires in the winter. So usually they wait till the summer to do it. It make more sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're like, no, we gotta speed this up. Speed things up.
Little kids playing with a magnifying glass, somebody threw a cigarette butt.
Yeah.
Homeless person trying to keep warm.
They're trying to blame someone now for it.
Yeah. Yeah, they said that he's a like a front man. They like you said, a fall guy. They put him there just for that.
And how all the fires, the wind eating that what I seen like at least last week, how that wind was blowing, that was ridiculous.
It did come from nowhere. Like wow.
It was like some, I don't know, another state set of wind though.
And they stopped talking about that fog too.
That who?
The fog.
Yeah. Well, I'll say for me, man, that's just for me. Just let me know. I gotta get more spiritual. They turning up what they're doing. They turn up, I'll turn up on this side. They're turning wickedness up, I'll turn the spirituality up. You know what I'm saying? That's how they want to play. Let's do it. I mean, they don't care about that. I mean, when you don't care about your own, man, you got people like that,
Yeah.
gotta keep an eye on them, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could picture after all this smoke and ashes, they're gonna say something else in the air now, like carbon dioxide. It's gonna be something to spring out of this now. But since y'all didn't get your house on fire, y'all gotta do this now. Or where? We'll see in the long run.
I want to see what the people are gonna do that lost their houses.
Mm-hmm.
How they gonna rectify it?
Mm-hmm.
Is their money set to the side? Because I seen something of Snoop was giving out clothes at his place.
Well, according to Gavin Newsom, we was talking to the reporter outside. He said he's supposed to be on the phone with Biden so they could be able to rebuild over there. That's what he was telling the lady. He was like, I don't believe you.
I mean, Biden about to be in office about what, 6 days?
About 6 days.
I know, right? Yeah.
He ain't got time to do nothing.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
He up there trying to pack his stuff right now. Get him out of here. He packing right now.
He ain't even thinking.
Yeah, he packing. Yeah, he out of here. He ain't camping on the rest of them.
He's trying to delete all the funds before Trump
He
gets
trying to delete. Yeah, he trying to wipe the hard drive, whatever it is he's gonna do, get everything up out of there.
Get all the
Make sure he ain't left nothing for Trump to use. You know what I'm saying?
Get all the coke out of the White House.
All the coke out of the White House, in the basement, everywhere else they don't hit it.
Here, janitor.
Get it out of there. That's
Set
what
the
he doing.
janitor up. Oh,
He making his rounds.
Maybe not, but
Yeah. Right, cause don't they change staff when they get new president?
Yep, out with the old, in with
All
the
with
new.
the old cook, everybody gotta go.
I think they're gonna set the cook up. Like, you was there smoking weed
That
with
cook,
us.
that cook gotta go too. That cook gotta, he gotta know we don't trust you. They gonna poison us. Get you up out of here. They get their own cooks.
Right.
I wouldn't trust him.
I wouldn't.
You can't cook my food.
No.
For Biden. No, you can't cook my food for Biden. That is not gonna work, bro.
Hey, did anybody see Obama and Trump?
Yes, I see them talking a lot at
I
the
knew they
funeral.
was friends. I knew they was friends.
You sure they're friends? I don't know. I think he's just being cordial, man. He's cordial with him.
That was some super cordial stuff they was doing.
Nah.
And they said,
hold on, man. Let me stop this recording. But I think it's being cordial.
They're just being cordial.
I think so too.
I mean, they can talk.
yeah,